Hello and good evening, beautiful people. Welcome back to Spill the Tea Loo, where we actually have a watch along with real live football today. I am in the middle of getting that set up, but I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer because I see some of you have been in the chat for a little while already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see our Dave has been out there getting good luck wishes due to his impersonation of an Arsenal fan. You guys are singing a bit of a Mr. Brightside in the chat. I love Mr. Brightside. It's a great song, and it tastes like tequila. I did as well. Our Shem is not going to be the same as myself, but that's all right. Mr. Brightside, such a good song. It's a great song. I mean, if you're going to have an opening song, it's a good one to have. Okay, we got it going on. Okay, so Dave is here. Rob is late. Rob is late. He's not even in the first 5 people to be in the chat. There he is sneaking in, but we see him because he's blue. I see Flossie. I see Luke. Who else do we see? I've seen loads of yous. There's loads of yous in there. Yous are all having a great old chat. Shem is with me. Me and Shem are cheering on PSG. Dave has shown his true colours. Dave is with Luke and JT. He has become a gooner for the day. He's been getting well wishes all over the internet. Huge is in the house. Huge is also going for PSG. With a bit of a mix. With a bit of a mix in the house this evening, guys. But you know what? Once it's all fun, a bit of fun, a bit light-hearted. As per usual, guys, I am going to be slightly behind. Back to usual format. Please don't put it in the chat until I say it. I know I'm going to be slightly behind. Please, please don't put it in the chat until I say it. Because I'm only watching one match today, I should be able to keep on top of it. Mama Flossie is in there, said, Allez les bleus. Allez les bleus. I did see that we had our Shem was saying something similar earlier on. Shem, I was promised a large Kool-Aid for beating Robin today. I need it quick. Well, I saw JT was making a big pot of Kool-Aid or something a little bit stronger. They're here in the tunnel. I see them. Oh, guys, are we feeling nervous? Do you see when this draw first happened? Or not the draw, when this tie first came about, when we knew who was going to be in the final? I did say that I thought PSG were strong favourites, that Arsenal weren't without a chat, but that I thought PSG were strong favourites. Now that it's the day of the match, I do still feel that PSG are favourites. However, you know, when it's the day of the match, when the football's about to happen, sometimes there's magic in the air, and I do think Arsenal have a bit of a better chance than I initially gave them credit for. Hi and bye to Streets, who came in to remind us to enjoy the game. Oh, there's Sonnery, there's Thierry, having a wee handle of it. He loves to get his hand on things, Thierry Sonnery, doesn't he? But yeah, so Streets has come to tell us to enjoy the game and then to leave us because he's not coping. He's not coping. And yes, do you know what? Fair from Streets. We've no PSG fans in our chat. We do, however, have some absolutely lovely Arsenal teacups. So while I am cheering on PSG, I do want to say the best of luck to our Arsenal teacups, because obviously we do have a few of them that come in here very regularly. The lads are lovely, JT and Luke, and obviously Dibs. Dibs is probably still under the weather. I don't know, this could make the man flu come back, but we do. We have some lovely Arsenal fans that come in here. So the best of luck to you guys. But I'm not cheering for your team today. That's where I draw the line. I'll wish you guys good luck, but not your team. There has to be a line. That's where it is. Mama Flossie is dishing out the Kool-Aid for Shem. Tom is here, sat in a beer garden, watching the game. Oh my God, Tom has put on a whopper on PSG. Fair play to you and your nerves, Tom. I could not. The banners are out in the crowds. Sam is here as well. Hello to Sam. Your dad. Sam just brought her dad from hospital. And he is happy that Slot has been sacked. He skipped out of the hospital. Good news all round, Sam. That's fantastic to hear. Absolutely fantastic, guys. As you can see, the lineups are on the screen behind me. I've typed them from the front to the back. None of this number nonsense. There's not going to be a timer because honestly, down with that sort of thing. I'm gonna forget it at halftime anyway, so I've just given up on the whole shebang. Do you know what? This is good enough for me. We've got logos, we've got lineups, we've got Lou. Who needs a timer? Now we also have a man on a piano. We have a man on a piano. Oh, he's getting dramatic on the piano. He's like dun dun dun. Oh, I love it. I love it. Excellent, excellent stuff. Um, JT's loving it. JT's loving it. Yeah, no, we have to. That's the thing. That's the thing about in here at the teacup tea party. Fun rivalry. Fun rivalry. But once there's no nastiness, a little rivalry is good for the soul. I I was so devastated at lunchtime, guys. I'm still not really over the whole slot sack situation. Areola in situation. I'm not good. Like, I'm not coping very well with it. So at least we have this game today to just completely distract us. They're taking all the stuff off the pitch. The teams are all taking hands. Everybody's very excited. Dave, Dave has put 20 quid on 1-0 to the Arsenal. So I I love your profile picture, Dave. I actually hadn't even seen it up close before. But oh, that's a laugh. That's a laugh. 20 quid on 1-0 to the Arsenal. Do you know what, though, right? As much as I want PSG to win, and that is who I want to win, if Arsenal won 1-0 by a corner, I might laugh a little bit. I might laugh a little bit. You know, sometimes you have to just, you have to take into the account the fun factor. You have to take into account the fun factor. We can't be misery guts all the time. Oh, what are they doing? Are they taking team photos before the kickoff? So PSG are taking a team photo before the kickoff. I suppose that makes sense. Oh, and so are Arsenal. That makes sense as their little banners because if you take it after and you've lost, nobody's going to want to pose for a photo after you've lost. So yeah, it probably does make sense they take the photos beforehand. They're swapping banners here. The referee is Daniel Siebert. He is a German referee. Arsenal, I think, have won the coin toss. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Right, lads, we're close. My team's not even in it, and I'm buzzed. I'm actually very excited. I'm excited because I miss football already. Guys, it's going to be a long summer. It's going to be a long summer for me, being truly honest, because I'm already missing football. I'm so excited that there's going to be football. What is what? Yes, yeah. Sam is delighted, and her dad's delighted as well. So it's lovely, lovely news. Really lovely news. Guys, get some quick score predictions in the chat there before we kick off. Because I don't want to do it after the match kicks off, because then somebody will get themselves banned for a fake score. So if you have a score prediction, get it in the chat. I am going 2-1 PSG. But I'm not convinced of that at all. It's just obviously a complete guess. I'm going to guess 2-1 to PSG. I think Kvaratskhelia is just incredible. So even if I wasn't a United fan, I just think Kvaratskhelia is the best player on the whole pitch. But we're about to kick off. So if you want to put in a score prediction now or forever hold your peace, or at least for the next 90 minutes, guys. That's where we're at. We're nearly at kickoff. Shem's brother is drunk texting him from a rooftop bar. And oh, yes, okay. So Sam, I am your eyes. We've kicked off, guys. We've kicked off. We have kicked off. When the little timer comes up, I will count you in so you know where I am. I am Sam's eyes and ears today. Best of luck, Sam. We'll try not to fall off the pitch. So, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. For anybody that wants to sync up with me, that is where we are. So there's one. Look at Luis Enrique. He also looks like he's been enjoying some sunshine. Does Luis Enrique? Arteta looks nervous. I mean, I don't blame him. I think it's normal. He looks nervous, though, bless him. He does look really nervous. But wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be nervous? I'm nervous and I don't even want to win. No, so I don't blame them. I think sometimes you have to recognize that people are human beings. Football manager, football player, human being. We are waiting for Declan Rice to take a free kick here for Arsenal. He has taken it. He has taken it, and absolutely nothing's come off it. Nothing's come off it at all. It's out for a goal kick. I'm ahead of you, Shem. Look at me, Speedy Gonzalez. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Right. Nobody had any score predictions. Nobody had score predictions, which means nobody knows what's going to happen in this match. We are just about, Sam, we're about to take the goal kick here for PSG. Who do we think will be the key players, folks? So obviously everybody knows who my key player is going to be because I think it's Kvaratskhelia. Who do we think is going to be the most important? Who is going to be the most important players on the pitch? Who's going to make the most difference? Obviously, everybody needs to be on it. But who do we think is going to be on it? Huge. Huge is predicting. Huge has gone out on a limb. 2-0 to PSG. That's not a million miles away because I said 2-1. We could both be wrong, but if we're right, we'll be right together. So we're with the PSG backline at the moment. Oh, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I think it's interesting Havertz starting over Gyökeres. Havertz has been good, though, in Europe. He has been good in Europe. Obviously, Raya in the goal instead of Kepa. That's a intelligent decision, I think. So we're just with PSG here. They're sort of holding possession. I think the start of the match is probably going to be both teams sort of feeling each other out a little bit. Huge says, my fear is set pieces. I don't know if I can trust PSG to defend set pieces. That's fair. That's fair. If Arsenal win 1-0 from a set piece, honestly, the internet is just going to melt down. Between Slot being sacked and if Arsenal win the Champions League, the big double, honestly, meltdowns. Meltdowns. I don't want it to happen, but also like chaos, Have to love the chaos. There's always a silver lining, guys. Always a silver lining. Let me see. Oh, that's all right. And we're still with PSG, Sam. So in case you're worrying, you haven't missed anything. Nothing's happened. They tried to send it forward there, and it's ended up right back with them. So we're right back where we started from. It's just the feeling out process. Feeling, sensing. They're sensing their way forward here. But you're not missing much, Sam. We're all just looking at each other for the minute. We're about to take a throw. PSG are about to take a throw. Some early fouls. Some early fouls. PSG are conceding some early fouls. Fabian there is after throwing the ball away a little bit. He went into the back of Saka. Saka will theatrically throw himself on the ground, sort of smiling. And Fabian got a little bit frustrated with that and threw the ball away. The referee sort of had a little worry to be like, do not make me mess with this game, man. So we're playing here. Arsenal actually have the ball. Arsenal have actually managed to get possession of the ball. Oh, Havertz is breaking here. Havertz is running forward. Havertz is running. He scored! The ball's in the back of the net. Havertz has scored! Well done, Kai Havertz. I wasn't quite sure of the angle there. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. 1-0 to Arsenal. Kai Havertz has scored. Arsenal are ahead of PSG 5 minutes in to the Champions League final. Well then, well then. And I was looking because he was looking to his side. He was kind of looking to, I think it was Saka that was running with him. Saka looked like he wanted him to pass it. I thought he'd cut himself off. I thought the angle was too tight, but it wasn't. He's running, he's running, he's running, and Saka's coming. I really thought he'd cut himself at the angle. Well done, Kai Havertz. It came from Marquinhos, tried to kick the ball forward, bounced off Trossard, fell for Havertz. Havertz made an excellent run. Safanov, the PSG keeper, doesn't do very well at all. Doesn't do very well at all. He goes down, he makes himself small. The goalkeeper doesn't do very well. The goalkeeper does quite badly. Kai Havertz does very well, but the goalkeeper does badly. I thought, because he's running, Saka was running. I thought he was going to pass to Saka. I think Saka thought he was going to pass to Saka. He didn't. He took the shot. Safanov did badly, but Kai Havertz did very well because that was not an easy angle. Exactly, JT. Great strike. Difficult angle, but the keeper did terrible. Um, yeah, a day of shock all boxed up. A day of shock for me. Well done, Kai Havertz. 4 goals in 6 matches. And as I said, Kai Havertz has been doing well in Europe. He's probably the reason he's the reason you's got to this stage, because if it wasn't for him against Sporting Lisbon, you would have went out possibly. I'm looking, they're showing the crowd celebrating. I love to see it. I love to see it. Do you know why this makes me happy though? This is going to be a game of goals because PSG aren't going to take that. PSG are not going to take that, which means goals. This game is going to have goals. This boy, Fabian, what a moany sod, right? This guy, Fabian, that plays for PSG, he's a right moany sausage. He's already taken out Saka with an elbow to the back, had a go with the referee, tried to throw the ball away, and now he's falling out with Declan Rice for absolutely nothing. He's just wandering about the place being a moany cow. Yeah, Fabian is irritating me. If PSG are going to win this, they can't have any passengers moaning about the pitch. Huge. First slot now this. It's a bad day. It is a bad day. And as All Boxed Up says, PSG will come flying at them now as PSG do come down the right wing. It's crossed into the box. It's cleared. It is cleared. I believe that was Gabriel that heads it away. And yes, shout out there. Shout out there. Skelly started his first professional game ever in midfield. Now he's starting the biggest game of the year. 19 years old. And he's starting in the Champions League final. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, so his first ever professional game a month ago. And now at 19 years old, he's in the Champions League final. Absolutely incredible. Oh yeah, he's really irritating me. He's really irritating me. Even if I want Arsenal to lose, I want just to lose properly, not because this moany cow is having a fit in the midfield. It doesn't matter. See, when I'm watching it, I get that engrossed. I can't help myself, even if I dislike the team. PSG are sort of trying down the left. Declan Rice has just won the ball back off Kvaratskhelia. I mean, Arsenal are at the races, people. Arsenal are definitely at the races. PSG look a little bit shell-shocked, if I'm honest with you. PSG look a little bit shell-shocked. They look like they did not expect this. PSG are now coming forward, though. They're a little bit more coming forward. Guess was on the phone. Guess, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Arsenal, guess. 5 minutes in, Kai Havertz scored. You've missed it. It's 1-0 already. We're losing. Oh, dear. Now, PSG have the ball back. The thing is, PSG had all of the possession for the first 5 minutes. And then Arsenal scored. So, what do we always say? It doesn't matter how much possession you have, it's what you do with it. And PSG were doing nothing. They are moving more further forward though. They're holding the possession, but they're holding the possession much further up the pitch now. I thought Mikel Arteta was literally going to run on the pitch there. He didn't, but I thought he was going to. Do is trying to bring it forward here. They're trying to bring it forward down the right. They can't get the ball through. Oh, there was a bit of a melee there. There was a bit of a melee. I think it's going to be a PSG corner. That was good defending by Gabriel. Hooked it away from Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia was very close to getting it in the box. Gabriel just hooks it around him. It's PSG corner. They've taken it short. They've put it in. That was a terrible cross. Why do you do that? How silly. Right, so they took it as a short corner, swung it in, too much on it, and now it's nothing instead of just putting the corner in the box. Silly, silly. Just didn't take advantage of it now. Jay, not gonna lie, if I was Arteta there, I would be taking the top off and running onto the pitch. If you win the match, he might do, you know. And you know what? I wouldn't blame him. I'm not having the celebration police on this channel. They're banned. They're in the bin. Um, Havertz is giving Marquinhos a tough old time here, you know. Marquinhos is in for a much harder match than he thought he was going to be in for. So it's back with the PSG back line again. Back with the PSG back line. You would imagine that PSG won't panic, but they did look a little shell shocked. The few minutes after the goal, they looked a little bit like, oh, that was unexpected. And you can see they're already a little frustrated. Oh, the ball put forward for Kvaratskhelia, but it's not really. Kvaratskhelia sent it for that Fabian guy. Fabian just doesn't really. He just like Raya didn't even have to touch it. This Fabian, I'd be reefing him off the pitch already. This Fabian guy is brutal. He's not very good. Where is he on my list? Oh, Fabian Ruiz, obviously. Why does he have Fabian? Why does he have Fabian on his shirt instead of Ruiz? Either way, he's irritating the life out of me. I'd already be subbing him off. We're 13 minutes in and I'll be subbing off Fabian Ruiz. Get yourself off the pitch, son. You're useless. Yeah, it's only because I'm looking at it and I'm like, who is Fabian? Who is Fabian? But it's Fabian Ruiz. But instead of on his jersey, he has Fabian instead of Ruiz. Because I was reading his jersey and I'm like, who is Fabian when he's at home? It's Fabian Ruiz. I don't understand that. But anyway, Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, I'd be subbing him off the pitch 13 minutes into the match. He's done nothing but do my nothing. And he's just wasting opportunities. Anyway, there's my managerial advice for Luis Enrique. The ref is annoying JT. He hasn't annoyed me in the last 3 minutes. But I mean, it's a pretty low bar, isn't it? I thought PSG might try and answer a little bit quicker. I thought PSG would definitely try and answer a little bit quicker. I'll be honest. For all their possession, they're not looking particularly dangerous. It's back with PSG's backline again. They keep trying to go down the left, right? When they go down the left, they're not really getting anywhere. When they go down the right, they're getting a little bit further. I see, JT. I see what you did there. What are we feeling, guys? Am I being a little bit hard on PSG? I just feel like they're not trying very hard to get back into it. They don't look dangerous enough. I need a goal. More goals, please. It's been 10 minutes since the last goal. I would like another one. There you go, down the right. They almost got in down the right. Is it another corner? It's another PSG corner. They're getting a lot more from the right-hand side than the left. That's 2 corners, both of them have come from the right-hand side. They're definitely getting more down that side, so keep going that way. They've actually taken a real corner this time, but they've literally given it directly to Saka. There was too much curl on that. Wasn't a very good. They're not very good at corners, PSG. They're not very good at corners at all. JT thinks I'm being a little harsh. Oh, hold on, hold on. Arsenal have the ball. They're running forward. It's been cut out. It's with Sofanov. They shouldn't be going all out attack and change drastically. Yeah, see, maybe it hits both of Saka's hands, by the way, before he cleared the ball, but it wasn't given, so. Do you know what it is? Maybe that's what it is. I just want both of them to go all out attack. I want goals, I want attacks, I want chaos, excitement, I want mayhem. Mayhem. I don't know, JT. It looked like I don't think he meant to handle it, but the corner comes in with much curl and it hits off this hand and then this hand before he kicks it away. So I mean, he definitely handled it, but I would suggest it was highly accidental. I do also feel that his hands were in a pretty natural position. So no, I don't really think it should have been given. But I just didn't see it until the replay that it really bounced off his hand. I was so nervous I don't remember the handball rule. Well, that and it's different in Europe. And I don't remember because it is different in Europe. But no, I think as his hand was quite close to his body the way it bounced. So I don't think so. So we're going down the right again. We're going down the right again with PSG. Kvaratskhelia tried to do too much and they've lost it now. But they've won it back. I think it might have been Fabian won it back actually. Yeah, I just want chaos. Chaos on the field. Goals and more goals. Right. They're trying to go down the left again. They're getting nowhere. Every time they try and go down the left, Arsenal shut them down. Every single time they go down the left, Arsenal shut them down. They're getting nowhere on this left hand side. PSG's best hope is down the right. JT says Arsenal literally have 20% possession. I would believe that. But that's it. See out of PSG's 80%. 60% of that was spent passing it around their back line, so it doesn't really mean anything. Um, the crowd seem to be trying to raise the tempo more so than the players. The players are both teams are still playing quite a careful match. The crowd seem to be trying to lift it. And it's back with PSG's back line again. Is it Hincapie? Is that who's on that side, JT? Is that who's over there? Because there's nobody getting down that side. PSG are definitely having more luck on the right. Yeah, they're definitely getting more joy down the right. Oh, I see. Hincapie there shuts it down. Hincapie shuts it down. I see. What is everybody else thinking? We know what I think, and we know what JT thinks. What is everybody else in the chat thinking? How are we feeling about the match so far? What would you change? Do more of? Rob says PSG need to pull their socks up. I agree with you, Rob. They look like they're trying to, but they're just nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I'll tell you what, though, it's Kvaratskhelia that's primarily down the left, and they're not getting anywhere there. So that's good. That's well done to Arsenal because he's a hard player to keep quiet. PSG aren't even trying down the middle. They have no interest in down the middle, and it's down the right hand side again. Do it. Do it having a lot of luck. I didn't, Shem. Shem says, did I hear the ref stat? He refed 2 Arsenal games. Arsenal won 1. He refed 1 PSG game and they didn't score. So do it definitely is the most productive for PSG so far. But I mean, that's not saying much. All the Arsenal players so far are playing well. Eddie, it's not time to accept it. We're only 20 minutes into the match, Eddie. Calm down. Calm down. We've got another 70 odd minutes to go. Eddie said, it's time that we accept Arsenal will be the Premier League and Champions League champions. At least they aren't an oil money club and have real football heritage. So Eddie's still on a buzz from the slot news. Eddie doesn't care what happens. He's just delighted about the slot news. I have seen we have a sticker. What is the sticker? Stuart has sent in a game over sticker. Game over. See, doesn't even care. Doesn't care. I'm on the money. I knew what was happening. JT said, if we could take 1-0 to half time, I fancy our chances. If you take 1-0 to half time, I fancy your chances as well, if I'm honest. Luke says, well said, Eddie. Kvaratskhelia has it down the left here. Can he do anything with it? Why does he keep trying that? That's the second time Kvaratskhelia has tried that stupid back heel. Both times he's ended up looking like a right moron. Like twice now, now, and as everybody knows, I really, really rate Kvaratskhelia. I think he's a fantastic player. However, twice now he's tried that stupid back heel, and both times he's just lost the ball straight away. We're here for a drinks break, guys. We're on the drinks break. JT says Florentino Perez is there. I hope he is looking at Kai Havertz. There he is. I see him. He's there. He's on the screen. It was a good goal, Havertz. I thought he had gone too far. I thought the angle wasn't quite right. He took it well. He made the right decision. The goalkeeper was dreadful. Eddie says, I didn't have Arsenal being up after 6 minutes. Either did I. I don't think even the Arsenal fans did, to be fair. Stafanov was brutal there, though. That's bad goalkeeping. Into the roof of the net by Kai Havertz. It was very good, very well taken, but poor from the keeper. Sam says, come on, PSG. Sorry, Gooners. I tell you what, though, and I'm not being funny, I don't think Gyökeres scores that. I think Gyökeres squares it for Saka. I don't think Gyökeres takes it. So I think it just reinforces the decision in this specific match to start Kai Havertz. I think it shows it was the right decision. Yeah. JT's a little bit tipsy, and he's enjoying it. He's enjoying himself. He's having a good old time for the day of it. It's going to be a throw-in now. Mascara's going to throw in for Arsenal. I'm still waiting on the throw-in, lads. Right, we've taken it. We've taken the throw-in. Yes, Steven Gerrard is part. It's the commentary team has 3 commentators today, I think. Stuart says PSG are shocking. They're real bad so far. Very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming. I agree. I think the momentum, despite the possession, I think the momentum is very much Arsenal's way. Miles Lewis Skelly's running straight through the middle of the pitch there. Off he was. It's now out with Saka. Saka crosses it in. Oh ho ho! Save. Was that Trossard nearly got on the end of it? Safanov is down, holding his head. Trossard was nearly there. Safanov is on the ground, face down, holding his head, wriggling his legs like he's in pain. I'll be honest, though, I didn't see what happened to him. Right, so Safanov comes to save. Nobody even hits his head. He's lying down. No, it doesn't look sore. Like, I don't think that looks sore at all, I'll be honest with you. One of them sort of mildly grazes the back of his head with their knee. I didn't think that looked sore at all. I think it looked like he barely touched him, if I'm honest with you. Now, I'm obviously quite wrong because he's writhing in pain on the ground. Like the other keeper is warming up. They have an ice pack on his head. So clearly the contact was much more than I thought. But for me, it looked like nothing. The first replay, I didn't even see him get touched. The second replay, his own player appeared to like graze his head ever so slightly with the knee. To me, this feels very dramatic. This feels very dramatic for me. But look, maybe it really hurt him. Maybe because it was a great cross from Saka. Odegaard very nearly gets on the end of it. And it's a PSG player that grazes him mildly. I'll be honest, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Unless he gets subbed off, I'm not buying it. He's fixing his ponytail. Sorry. See if I have a sore head. I'm not tightening my ponytail. Emotional damage from the goal, says JT. Stuart says it's over. It's over. Writhing is usually an indicator of cheating. Well, if you think you've really hurt your head, are you going to be wriggling your legs? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's being dramatic, if I'm honest. Eddie could be right. This is tactical. Arsenal have the momentum. They want to slow it down. And to be fair, I was in the middle of saying Arsenal have the momentum. Next of all, this bucko has a sore head. Eddie reckons Arsenal are going to bully PSG. He's tightening his ponytail. There's nothing wrong with his head. You don't tighten your ponytail if your head hurts. I don't believe him. No, I think it's Areola's job. Enrique already came out when he was linked to Manchester United, and he said that he wants to stay at PSG even if they win. He's in talks for a new contract at PSG, and he has no interest in leaving PSG. He said this a few weeks ago, maybe even over a month ago, when he was linked to us. He came out and said that. So no, I don't think he's going to Liverpool. Not at all. I'm the best. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you very much. Lucky is back in Arsenal in this one. You've got one more on the Arsenal side of the fence. We've kicked back off. Shockingly, the keeper is completely 100% fine. Astounding, isn't it? He's totally fine. And we're with the PSG backline again. Shock. JT is big enough, Lucky. Hello to Johnny. Hello. Oh, Johnny's feeling the pain. I understand that, Johnny. I understand. PSG trying to go forward down the right-hand side again. They're trying. They're trying. They're just not really getting anywhere. It's with Dembele. He's put in the box. Gabriel sends it out. Mendes is lying on the ground, crying. I'll be honest, PSG are annoying my head. Mendes is just lying on the ground, rolling in pain. Even his own players don't believe it. PSG have possession and have continued to play while Mendes rolls round the ground. Even PSG don't believe him. Arsenal have won the ball back and kicked it forward. Mendes is still on the ground, lads. His own players are telling him to get the hell up. Now they've put the ball out PSG, but they actually look like his own players are telling him to get up off the ground. Raya's the only one that's checked on him. Okay. Gabriel accidentally stands on his ankle. So he's on the ground and he accidentally, but I mean, they're really irritating me. I hate this. I hate this. It really irritates me because you're wrecking the game. You're absolutely wrecking the game. Play the game. Do you see if you actually play the game, you're the better team. But instead they're doing this silly nonsense. Yeah, shithouse tactics is right, Eddie. Shithouse tactics. They're doing my head in. Play the game, lads. When your own players are telling you to get up, you're embarrassing yourself. Raya's come out there, dealt with something and nothing. It's out for a throw. It's out for a throw to PSG. They've got the ball here. They're not really doing anything at all. Arsenal are far the better team here. PSG have disappointed me incredibly so far. We're nearly 32 minutes in, and I am devastatingly underwhelmed by PSG. They've been dross. Like, they're trying to go down the right-hand side again. Look, Doué and Dembele have sort of tried. Everyone else has been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Kvaratskhelia has been terrible. Their keeper's been terrible. Fabian Ruiz has been highly irritating. Mendes, highly irritating. PSG are just a giant disappointment in this match. JT is enjoying it. I'll always be fair, JT. Like, I'll always be fair. I'll always be honest. I'll always tell you what I really think. No matter what I want to happen, I'll always tell you what I genuinely believe. At this moment in time, Arsenal deserve to be ahead in this match. PSG have been dross. It's so disappointing too. I think it's more disappointing. Do you know when like you want a team to win and they just look not dangerous at all? It's really disappointing. We're out on the right hand side again with PSG. He's just kicked it straight to David Raya. He's literally, Dembele has kicked the ball to David Raya. David Raya just caught it. And that's it. Um, yeah, exactly. Exactly. These roles are supposed to be reversed. I think PSG didn't get the memo. Hincapié is doing well now. Doué was getting a bit of room at the start of the match. Doué was getting a bit of room down that side. Hincapié now has it all under control. Where like PSG have taken another one of these silly across the ground corners. They've gone backwards instead of putting it into the box. Now Saka has it. No, he's lost it. He's lost it. Um, that was every game in a Spurs shirt this season, says Shem. Poor Shem. He's had a long old season, has our Shem. Do you know what it is, Eddie? I just I hope it's not a draw because I don't think I could watch extra time of this as well. I just hope there's an actual winner. To be fair, JT, you're right. PSG are not being very good, but Arsenal are not being very good going forward. They need to be pressing. When PSG are playing this badly, they need to get another goal because Luis Enrique is going to kick their ass at halftime and they're going to come out a different team in the second half. So Arsenal really need to make the most of the first half. Saka tries to go forward there. I mean, he is shouldered. That is a foul. Mendes, that is a foul. What are you crying for? It's a foul. It's a foul. It's a foul. It's a foul. Um, I'll be honest, JT, the referee's actually, I think, doing a good job. I know he was annoying you earlier, but he's actually doing a good job. All the fouls I've seen, he's called them. He's given the free kicks where they're due. I think the referee's been quite good so far, actually, to be fair. Um, so it's going to be a free kick. I'm assuming it's going to be Declan Rice taking it. I'm assuming it's going to be Declan Rice taking it. Who else would it be? Yeah, it's obviously Declan Rice. We'll see. We will see. I am on 35 and 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Free kick, nada. Nada. Gone out for a goal kick, it looks like. But yeah, you guys need to be better going forward because you need to make the most of this half. They're going to be better in the second half. Let me see. That's all right, JT. We're all emotional in these things. PSG are trying to go forward. They've broken, but Declan Rice is really fast. Dembele blocked, headed back out, kicked forward by Trossard. Kai Havertz is doing some good hold up out there. It's with Trossard. Is that Dembele won it back? Oh, Due. Due won it back. I apologise. Why does Lewis Kelly has come out with the ball? There was a few turnovers there. A few turnovers there. You're catching me, Shem. You're catching me. Oh no. Saliba's trying to bring it forward here. He sent it into Havertz, who's tried to turn. He's ended up on the ground, but Arsenal still have it. When your defenders are getting involved in your attack, that tells you how bad PSG have been, because that's not what you should be doing. Yeah. When Saliba is running forward freely, that's how bad PSG have been. Do you know what? Who said that earlier? Who said it? Was it Eddie said it earlier about Arsenal are going to be the Premier League and the Champions League champions? At this moment in time, it's very much looking that way. They're drastically the better team. Need more going forward. They do need to do more going forward, but PSG aren't convincing me of anything at the minute. Too much sitting on the ground crying, not enough getting back to defend from PSG. I would agree. I would agree. They're actually, and see, this was the PSG from before Bayern Munich. They were very good against Bayern Munich, but against Chelsea, they were unconvincing. I actually thought they were lucky to get through against Chelsea. And then they really turned it up against Bayern Munich. And now against Arsenal, they're not very good again. PSG down the right again. Hakimi this time. He does get a cross in. It gets as far as Kvaratskhelia, who sends it back. Mendes puts it in, headed away. And it's out. That was a bit silly. So, Hakimi, is Hakimi going to get in trouble here? Right, so it was going to be a throw. He's probably going to get a telling off. He sort of, right, so the ball goes out for what looks like a throw in. Kai Havertz picks it up. Hakimi goes to grab it, but his arm goes across Kai Havertz's throat. He sort of catches him in the throat. He's had a bit of a telling off. I think if he'd got a yellow, it probably wouldn't have been crazy. He's got a bit of a telling off. But it's silly. It's a bit silly. Really silly. And it shows the frustration of PSG. The PSG players are getting really frustrated here, which again tells you Arsenal are on top. Um, JT, he's made an enemy for life in JT. And yeah, silly from him. I agree, Eddie. Silly, no need. And it shows the level of frustration. Because see these really good teams, I say it often about Manchester City. When they're used to being on top and they're not, they get frustrated real easy. They get frustrated real easy. And then they start doing silly things. I would tend to agree with you, JT. It looked to me like it was intentional. But the referee obviously is trying to just keep a lid on it. What is this now? Silliness, silliness. We're going down the right again with PSG. Oh no, they've sent it backwards and then back to the right. Hincapié is making it difficult down that side because they keep going down that side now because that's where they were getting luck at the start. But Hincapié has done really well. Hincapié is having a really good match because they were getting a bit of luck, a bit of joy down the right hand side to start with. But for the last 25, 30 minutes, he's just shut them down completely. And they're going to try again. No, they're not. They've gone backwards a little bit. Do you know sometimes when you see a team applying pressure and they're applying pressure and applying pressure and applying pressure and it feels like a matter of time? That's not how it feels. It's not how it feels at the minute for me. It doesn't, PSG don't feel inevitable. It feels like possession with nothing to it. Kvaratskhelia has really struggled to impact this match. Really struggled to impact this match. Oh, they did get the ball into the box there. They very, very finally got the ball into the box there, made nothing off it. Goal kick. Yeah, Ruiz, it just heads it like into the crowd. And they've shown one of the PSG fans in the crowd, and he's literally just gone. And honestly, that's how I feel watching it. This is a chore. Lads, I was expecting a lot more excitement. I thought when we got an early goal, we were going to have goals galore match. PSG, I'm going to be billing you for my time. Unacceptable. Agreed, Lou. The pressure isn't there, but PSG is that kind of team. They don't need a lot for a goal. Well, they've had 43 minutes of possession and done absolutely not one thing with it. Nothing. Raya hasn't had to make a single save. They haven't even got close. I understand your point. I do understand your point. But I thought Arsenal scored early, PSG are going to answer hard and fast. Nope. Kvaratskhelia, he keeps kind of cutting in. He keeps cutting in. He's just run it back into his midfield again. Dembele, he skies it. Absolutely skies it. Oh, Thierry Henry looks stressed. Thierry Henry looks stressed. He looks more stressed than Arteta. They've just shown him on the big screen and he is stressing. He's definitely more stressed than Arteta. That's mental. Do you know what though? To be fair, right? If you've waited 7 years, getting nothing really, patience, 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 and then you get a Premier League, Champions League double. I mean, you might as well give an Arteta another 10-year contract. Arsenal, see, Arsenal tried to go forward there, cut out straight away. They're very good. Arsenal are very good defensively. Very, very, very good. But they're not going forward at all. And it gets to a point where you have to stop just letting PSG have the possession, even if they're not doing anything with it. Even if they're not doing anything with it at all. Who decided to put 6 extra minutes on this half? Lads, really and truly. Do you know what that was? The stupid keeper lying on the ground holding his head for 6 minutes. We didn't need 6 extra minutes of this half. Nobody needed 6 extra minutes of this in their life. Nobody at all. But it's come from that stupid keeper rolling around the ground. Yeah, at some point, like PSG are not very good here at all, but Arsenal need to just get the ball and do something with it. Just letting them have the possession, letting them have the possession. I don't think they're looking dangerous, PSG, but bloody hell, Arsenal, come on. Get the ball off them and try and hold it for more than 6 seconds, please. Yeah, yeah. You need to do but more with it, JT. Absolutely. Yous haven't had the ball for more than 6 seconds. Yous get it, and then you just give it away. And then yous defend again, clear it, give it away. Oh, lads. Very, 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 very good defensively. But you're not going forward at all. He couldn't get to sleep last night, says Luke. I believe him. I believe him. He looks so stressing. Do you know what? That's a legend of your club. That's a legend of your club. Another side shot, this time from Due. Like, almost every shot that PSG have been from distance because they can't get in close enough to get a good shot. But that's a legend of your club. See Thierry Henry, he's living every minute of this match with the fans. Every single minute with the fans. And then you have ours, our ex-player, Bitter Brigade. Come on. Arsenal have the ball. Arsenal actually have the ball. Havertz, Safanov. Safanov has the ball. Safanov has got the ball. And again, possession back with PSG. Give Henri a Madueke mask and bring him on. PSG are trying to go forward again. They're trying on the left this time. Kvaratskhelia just keeps turning back. He runs into Mosquera, turns around, passes it back to midfield, and then they pass it out to the right again. It's going to be a corner to PSG. And no doubt they're going to do absolutely not one thing with this one again. They've wasted every corner so far. He's missed the ball. Oh no, the referee's having a go at somebody. The referee's giving out to Raya and Ruiz, of course. Dembele, he took the corner. It's terrible. Honestly, PSG are woeful at corners. Really terrible, terrible at corners. Ruiz took a bit of a shot there. It was caught by Raya, who dropped it and then caught it again. I mean, lads, for a Champions League final, this is. I was so excited at the start of this match. Do you remember the start of this match? Do you remember Lou from 45 minutes ago? He was like, oh, yay, football, woohoo. And now I'm just like, I could go for a nap, lads. I could genuinely go for a nap. I'm sorry, I'm quiet for a few moments, guys. There's literally just nothing to say because there's nothing happening in this match at all. JT could do it enough. Dave says, "I wish Arsenal had been terrible at corners this season." Oh my god, but for such a good team, PSG have been so bad. But guys, they were like this against Chelsea. PSG were really not good against Chelsea. They weren't. I said it at the time. I did match reactions to their matches against Chelsea. They weren't very good. That's why I thought Bayern Munich was going to beat PSG. And then PSG were brilliant against Bayern Munich. And now they've been dross again for this half. Throw in from Declan Rice. We're all heading it about the box. Corner kick. Corner to Arsenal. Corner Arsenal. JT says, I think it's a clash of styles. I think it's PSG being terrible and you guys not being able to score a bloody goal. Right. Arsenal are about to take a corner. And I can't look at the chat just in case something gives it away. What is going on? The referee has blown for half time. The corner never got taken. The corner never got taken. The referee blew it up for half time. Okay, fair enough. Okay, it's half time, guys. It's half time. The referee blew the whistle for half time. Corner didn't get taken. And he got a bit of booze over it and is he went like this. I think he was sort of saying, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. Um Let me see. JT says it looks like we don't even want to score. Dave says it's like watching Burnley and Wolves. Oh dear. Rob, no, me either. I have to be honest, lads. This is not the game I expected at all. This is not the game that I expected at all. Look, he's booing the refs and all boxed up. That does seem to be it because when the players were like, "What do you mean we can't take the corner?" He was like, "You took too long." He was like, "Come on, you need to like, if you want to play, you have to play." He bit, yeah, that's what it looked like. That was because the gesture when the players asked him why he didn't get to take it, this was the gesture that he made. So my understanding is he had told them to hurry up. They didn't, and so he went, "Well, if you're not going to hurry up, you just aren't taking it." Seems to be. That seems to be. So unless maybe the halftime people will say something different, but that seems to be based on him doing this. They weren't moving fast enough. He said it was taking too long and he was having none of that nonsense. Fair enough. Let me see. Moonshine's with us. Hello, Moonshine. Bump, bump, bump. To be fair, that's not his fault. He can't go up and be like, "You're faking your head injury." I mean, we can say it, but the referee probably can't, especially if the medical staff are on the pitch treating this head thing. But yeah, I get what you mean. Bum bum bum. Okay, Eddie says the truth is JT was right. PSG play open and expansive, and Arsenal are just too good defensively. It's making the game feel like a grind. For Arsenal, this is perfect. For PSG, it can get bad in the second half. I'll be honest, right? This probably makes a lot of like factual sense. This makes a lot of like, analytical, serious sense. I am not that sophisticated. I just think PSG have been so disappointing. They've been very bad. They've not been good. Like, they don't look dangerous. They've all this right. What is their possession stats? Because they'd loads of it. They'd all the possession and they were just brutal, right? Let's go to the stats. 77% possession. 77% possession PSG had. And they didn't get one save out of Raya. 4 corners, and they were all terrible. 345 passes. None of them were dangerous. Lads, right? The XG, 0.26. They're not even looking like scoring half a goal. Right, I'm sorry. See if my team had 77% possession and their XG was 0.26. Lads, really and truly, that is embarrassing. For a team with the amount of talent that PSG has, that is embarrassing. They should be ashamed of their lives. Luis Enrique better be in there throwing football boots, ripping TVs off the wall, giving them name badges because apparently they don't know who they are or how to play football anymore. It's absolutely woeful. Really, truly, dreadfully woeful. I can't express to you how disappointed I am by this match. Right, let me see what you guys are saying because I'm just I'm having a bad day. I'm having a really bad day. Slot's been sacked. Iraola's going to Liverpool. PSG have been utter dross. Arsenal are actually playing the better football and deserve to win. This is unacceptable. What kind of a day is this? It's the 30th, not the 13th. Feels like Friday the 13th, lads. Okay, let me read your comments. Let us see what you guys are saying. Shem says, is this the Champions League final or last year's Europa League final? It's starting to, honestly, I don't even think these lot would beat the Conference League. I think Crystal Palace would beat this PSG the way they're carrying on. Absolutely embarrassing. I should deliver the halftime team talk. I'd light a fire under their backsides. I wouldn't be able to give them any tactical advice, but I'd tell them exactly what my expectations were. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Have you ever seen a football before? And yeah, they are much better than this. That's the problem. Do you see, if they were just a really bad team, you'd be like, all right, they're just terrible. No, they're excellent. They made Bayern Munich look really bad. And now I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words at how bad it has been. Shem says, you're going to see how good Arsenal's counter-attacking is in the second half. Luke says, our defence is impregnable. I'll be honest, in this half, it has been. Your defence has been absolutely incredible. I think Hincapié has done a fantastic job. I think Mosquera has done a fantastic job. I think Gabriel has been excellent. Saliba was running through the middle. Saliba was trying to start off attacks. That's how little pressure you guys have been under. JT says, if they don't score in the next 10 minutes and when Eze and Gyökeres comes on with a completely different attack and dynamic. Moonshine reckons the early goal made the game like this. I thought the early goal would lead to more goals because really, I thought PSG would come back at them fast. I thought PSG would want to level it up like quickly. Do they know this is the final? Do you know the way when you get married and you have a rehearsal dinner before the actual wedding? Does anybody know? Have they told PSG this is not a rehearsal? This is the real final. You don't get another go at it. It's not a rehearsal dinner. It's the real final. I feel like nobody told PSG. Somebody should tell them. Dave says, Lou's commentary is miles better than the game. Oh, I get so hot and bothered. I get so hot and bothered. Yes, the two things can be true. The two things can be true. Shem says, anti-football is winning again. No, Shem. In this match, unbelievably, PSG are the anti-football. It's all anti-football. Both of them are anti-football. PSG look like they've never scored a goal in their lives. Arsenal look like they don't understand the purpose of the game is to score goals. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, what else are you lot saying? All boxed up says, I think Lincoln City would beat both of these teams. Oh dear. Eddie, it was you that said it. Do you know what? I think you might be right. I think you might be right because really and truly, Arsenal have been the better team. And not by a short way, by a long, long way, they've beat the better team. PSG should be ashamed of themselves. Harold is at the pub. Enjoy yourself, Harold. Have one for us. Let me see. Arsenal only want to defend. I mean, to be fair, that's probably true because they've done little to no attacking. Little to no attacking. Arsenal have also been disappointing. They've just been less disappointing than PSG. I didn't expect Arsenal to attack. I did expect PSG to do that. So maybe that's why I'm more disappointed with PSG. Like, Arsenal haven't done a whole lot of attacking. I think he's had 2 attacks, one of them led to a goal. So, you know what I mean? But it's not very good. It's not very good. Bonkers. Slot sacking is way better than this game. I agree. That was more exciting. If PSG are the best attacking team of the decade, they shouldn't be having this many problems to unlock the Arsenal defence. Agreed. 100% JT. Absolutely agree. Because your defence is excellent. You have a very, very good defence. But PSG's attack should be able to break down this defence. Kvaratskhelia has not been good today. And I'm a big fan, as you guys know. Big fan. He's been dross today. Right, let's go through the lineups. Who's been not good today? So, Dembele has been trying, but he's skied it several times over. Kvaratskhelia has been incredibly disappointing, struggling to get into the game. Every time he comes up against Mosquera, he just goes back to his midfield. Doué had a good first portion of the start of the match. Then once Nkapie sussed him out, he sort of fell out of the match. Neves hasn't been in the match. Vitinha, he's been sort of, when they're going from left out to right, it's Vitinha. So every time Kvaratskhelia sends the ball backwards, he's sending it to Vitinha, who is distributing it. So Vitinha is doing his job. It's just that nobody else is. Fabian Ruiz has done my absolute head in for the entirety of the half. Mendes, he was crying as well. He's another whinger. Pacho, he's been okay. He's been fine. Marquinhos, okay. Hakimi, okay. Safanov, he was dreadful for the goal. Absolutely, 100% dreadful. And then rolled around the ground when nobody touched his head. So he's brutal as well. Havertz obviously got the goal. Very good goal. Trossard's been decent. Saka's been decent. They need to go forward more. But overall, they've been fine. Lewis Skelly had 1 or 2 moments. But again, probably needs to, get into a little bit more. Rice has spent a lot of time defending rather than going forward. Odegaard hasn't really been in the match, if I'm honest with you. Nkapie has been very good. The defence has been very, very, very good. Raya hasn't had to do very much at all. Hello, Irish Pit Terrier. Thank you very much for joining us. And who says, Lewis Skelly and Gabriel have been immense. Gabriel has been very, very good. Lewis Skelly has had a few moments. I just feel like Arsenal need to attack more. Arsenal need to really attack more. They're spending so much time. Do you know what it is? Because PSG have been so bad and Arsenal are so comfortable defending, they are just defending. They're not even trying to attack. That's frustrating. PSG have been terrible, but Arsenal aren't really doing much on the attack either. Let me see. Your other half wants to know why you're so excited, why you're so happy. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare for PSG. To be fair, yes, your XG is slightly high, but I mean your XG isn't very good either, to be fair, JT. 0.34 is also dreadful, especially when you've got a goal. Yours is 0.34 and you've got a goal. So imagine how low it would be without that. So yes, it's higher, but I mean also absolutely dreadful. Would both of the XGs dreadful. 0.26, 0.34 between you. You haven't even got one XG between you. You've got zero point 0.6 XG between you. That is dreadful. Is it any wonder I'm falling asleep here? Thank God for the teacups keeping me alive and alert, because really and truly, that is terrible. Yes, please make sure you hit the like button because Mama Flossie said so. And who are you to deny Mama Flossie what she tells you? So do what Mama Flossie says, hit that like button. Lucky is saying one thing the Arsenal team look at. Sorry, let me read this properly. So the second balls. Lucky is saying that Arsenal need to do better on the second balls. And he reckons Eze and Gyökeres should be on the pitch. He's saying Odegaard doesn't offer any goal threat. Switch Eze on for Odegaard. Good advice by Lucky. Good advice by Lucky. Yeah. Anything that might lead to more goals, lads, because I can't do another half like that. I cannot do another half like that. I was so excited when this started. They've worn me down. Oh my goodness me, we're multiplying. We're multiplying. What is that? That Grease song. I got chills. They're multiplying. I got teacups. They're multiplying. Dave says, if the score stays the same, I will be picking up 170 quid. Nice, nice, Dave the Gooner. I've sold out the wrong. Well, Arsenal are anyway. PSG nowhere to be seen. Yes, bigger kettles and bigger tea parties. And I am the Mad Hatter because who wants to be Alice? Yes, yes, we've got it, Luke. I would have kept going, but nobody wants to hear me sing. I promise nobody wants to hear me sing. It's not good. It's really not good. It's electrifying. Oh, Grease is great. Grease is a great song. Stuart's not pleased. I'm not pleased either, Stuart. This is my angry version of happy. I'm enjoying myself because you guys are here. But I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased at all. Rob can be Alice. Does that make you? No, I have to be the White Rabbit. I can't be the Mad Hatter. I'm the White Rabbit. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. Um, right, we've kicked off, people. We have kicked off the second half. So 45 minutes and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And PSG are trying to go forward. They've started with possession into the box and sent away. Sent away by Gabrielle, I think it was. No, Stuart, it's not been a good day. It's not been a good day. Guys, let's hope the second half is more exciting. I know I said I would laugh if it was 1-0 from a set piece to win the Champions League. I didn't actually think it was going to happen, though. Yellow card for Tom for too long to take the throw. The referee is having none of this. He didn't take the corner quick enough before half time, so he just blew the whistle. Mosquera's taken too long to take the throw. Yellow carded him. He's consistent. He's definitely consistent. I wonder if he's going to be refereeing in the World Cup because they are the rules that they've been rooting on for the World Cup. So I wonder. I wonder, is this referee gonna be partaking in the World Cup? Because those are the World Cup rules. Maybe they're strict on them in the Bundesliga, I don't know. But he's having none of this time wasting on set pieces. He would have a field day in the Premier League, this German referee. He'd be giving yellows all over the gaff. There'd be nobody left to play. Free kick here for Arsenal, by the way, guys. Declan Rice is coming to take it. He's taking it fast. It's with Trossard. Mosquera always gets stupid, unnecessary yellow cards. Yep. Well, there you go. He's just got another one right at the start of the second half. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not feeling the intensity. I'm not feeling. Do you know when it's in the air? It's the vibes, guys. It's the vibes. Do you know when it's in the air, you can feel the change. You can feel the intensity. I'm not feeling it from PSG. Start of the second half, I'm not feeling it, and you can feel it when the vibes are high, when the intensity's fast. Arsenal have possession here. PSG do not look like they're scoring early in this half, and that's what they need to do, really. Mm-mm. I mean, they had possession again, but sure, they've had possession for the whole first half and did nothing with it. All 77% of it. Dembele has the ball, but he's in his own half, deep in his own half. Yes, JT. Thank you for confirming. Because sometimes I say things, guys, and I don't know if they come across. You when you're saying things, you because you're not getting the human cues of the feedback. Sometimes I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense to you guys. Um, Declan Rice did a bit of defending there, but PSG are in the box, and it's just turned back over. Arsenal have it again. PSG have the ball again. Do it. Declan Rice is back there helping Mosquera. Way too much on that ball. It's out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Goal kick to Arsenal. Yeah. Sometimes you feel a different team coming on in the second half. You feel the vibe is different. You know the halftime talk has worked. Doesn't feel that way. It just doesn't feel that way. It feels like PSG don't have the gear to move up through. If they can't find the next gear. But this is the way they were against Chelsea. I did not think they were good against Chelsea. I think Arsenal's going to win this, lads. There's more people in the pub garden than watching the game now. Yeah, because it was dross in the first half. The only thing keeping me going is I'm having a kebab after this. So I need to talk off the kebab before I eat it. You know what I have, lads? You can't see it. But so I have my desk and all my setup and my screens and everything. And then in front of my desk, along the wall where I'm going to have the TV for next season, I have a treadmill. I dusted it off today. I mean, PSG have possession again. Dembele has it now out on the right-hand side. And Capia just takes it off his toe. And it's back with PSG's back line again. My favourite kebab. Over here, they're kind of fairly standard. They come in a naan. They come with, I prefer doner. I like doner. They come with lettuce and onion, chili, and garlic here. But when I go to Belgium, they have unbelievable kebabs in Belgium. Really lovely ones. And they put like all sorts in theirs. They have like cabbage and everything in them. They're really nice. First kebab I ever had was actually in Spain though. Lamb JT. I like the doner. Boffman likes a mix. He likes the chicken shawarma and the doner together. I prefer just the doner though. Guess one's Chinese. And Flossie's gonna walk the dogs after this. Flossie's gonna walk off the kebab, the Chinese, and everything else we eat. So we just eat it, and Flossie's gonna walk it off for us. Um, to be fair, when I'm going walking, I do like to walk outside where I can because I think the fresh air is good for you. It makes you tired, proper tired, so you sleep well. But in Ireland, it rains a lot. So, oh yes, JT, donor is lamb. Here, donor is lamb. That's what they tell us anyway. I don't really care what's in it once it tastes nice. I mean, lads, I know we're talking about food here because there's just nothing happening in the match. PSG's back line have possession. You're never going to believe it. You're never going to believe it. Rob is looking for some pastries, Chinese kebabs, and Rob wants a good old croissant. Maybe it's the PSG reminded him. Lads, this is dross. PSG are terrible. And half time has done nothing to make them better. They have not come out this second half better at all. Oh, bless him, Flossie. Jax has to be carried. He's so little. Bless him. God, sucks. Yeah, Dave, it shows just how exciting the bloody game is. Or you're talking about food. I'll tell you how boring this game is. Arteta has been most of the way close to his technical area. He hasn't been running down the line. That's how exciting this game is. Arteta isn't running up and down the touchline. He's more or less beside his technical area. Due is down. Yellow card for Saka, I think. I need to see it again. Due isn't normally one of the PSG players that rolls around. They have a few people that do roll around, but I want to see. I'll be honest, yeah, I don't think that's the yellow. He doesn't. I feel like a yellow is a little harsh there. Yeah. I probably don't think that's a yellow for me. The one for the throw for time wasting, yeah. That yellow for Saka, probably not for me. I probably don't think that's a yellow, and it's a free kick for PSG in quite a dangerous position. That's not a yellow for me. If I'm honest, I don't think that's a yellow. Huge says it could be a red. I don't even think it's a yellow, Huge. And being honest with you, I think, see, for me, if you're giving a yellow for that, I think you probably have to give the yellow for the arm across the throat earlier. Do you know what I mean? And I think up to this point, I thought the ref's been quite good, but I didn't think that was a yellow. Raya. So the ball goes all the way through. Hakimi takes the free kick. It goes all the way through as far as Raya, who catches it. Um, we're back with PSG's back line. Huge says, I think he lost control and went studs up in the follow through. I thought their legs just tangled together because they were both there. Maybe I'll watch it again after the match. But I just thought their legs got a bit tangled. But I'll watch it again after the match and see though. They might show us it again in a little minute. If nothing else is happening, they're definitely going to show us it again, aren't they? Because there's nothing else to look at. So it might be the only replay they have from the whole match. The goal and that. Um, the PSG are trying to go forward here, lads, but they're having about as much joy in the second half as in the first half. They're trying to go down the left here, PSG. Cross comes in. See what I'm finding, see when PSG are crossing, they're kind of putting too much on it. It's going all the way to the other side. Very few of their crosses are dropping into the box. They're going from the right all the way to the left or the left all the way to the right. They're putting too much on the crosses. So they're not getting anywhere then. There's a foul there. Pacho and Havertz were sort of wrestling a little bit for the ball. Havertz, I think, elbows him sort of here. Yeah, he sort of elbows him there. Do you know when something hits you there in your throat? You sort of is what it looks like. Accidentally, like it was an accident, but sometimes I think that can happen though. It depends on the heights, on the height difference of the players. Um, Rob says, Lou, I don't think PSG can cope with going a goal down. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it at all. They're just reminding me of Man City. We're the big hullabaloo, and when it doesn't go to plan, we don't know what to do. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Calm down, JT. It's okay. You're among friends. Take a breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth, JT. You can do it. It's gonna be okay. I think it's a mix. I think there's some simulation, and I think there's some fouls. I think it's a mix. Huge says PSG seem very off today, and Arsenal off the ball is probably the best I've seen them. Yeah, PSG are not at the races, and Arsenal have been excellent off the ball. I would really like them to try and attack a bit more, though. I would like to see Arsenal try and attack because PSG are trying and getting nowhere. So I would like to see Arsenal try and go for a second. Yeah, I agree, Flossie. See this whole say football. I'm sick to the back of it. And thank God no one on our channel talks about it because it's highly irritating. Save football me backside. It's a highly irritating phrase. Highly irritating. But it just all comes from rage bit. And I'm not into the rage bit goings on. I'm not about that. I don't have patience for that sort of stuff. Declan Rice again, bit of defending in there. He's doing well. There's a free kick for PSG. I just want to see what it's for. Oh, Arteta's getting angry. Arteta's getting a bit annoyed. See there, I think that is a bit of a foul. There was a foul given for Arsenal in the first half for that being done. Saka got a bit of a shoulder elbow and it was given. So I do think that one's a foul. Huge. I don't live in London, but this side, my neighbour this side, has a flag. He has one of those pub sheds in his back garden. And outside his pub shed in his back garden, he has one of them big flags. And it says, come on, you gooners, on his flag in the back garden. And is my neighbour 2 doors that way is also an Arsenal fan. So I don't live in London, but I'm still surrounded. I can't go outside the front door. Oh, Kvaratskhelia has a big gash on the front of his leg and it's bleeding. Nothing seems to be happening. The game is playing on, but the camera's just showing the blood. He's got a cut from somewhere. Funny enough, he's not rolling around the ground though. He's gone down. Penalty? Penalty? Penalty, PSG? Look at the front of Kvaratskhelia leg. Now, he was bleeding before. He was bleeding before, lads. But I want to see the replay. I want to see the replay here. I want to right. Yeah, that's a penalty. That Mosquera takes his legs out from under him. He clatters into his legs from behind. It's a penalty. It is a penalty. I wanted to see it again, guys, because I didn't see. I liked. Do you know when they give you the close-up replay? Because my eyesight's terrible, and so I didn't want to say anything just in case. It looks to me, it looks like a penalty. The problem is, if VAR's obviously looking at that, Mosquera is already on a yellow because Mosquera got a yellow for the silly slow throw at the start of this half. Is there a chance, and I don't know, is there a chance he can get a second yellow or no because of double jeopardy? Now, Kvaratskhelia bloody leg is being taped up at the minute. VAR have checked it, penalties given. Yeah. I mean, it was just silly from Mosquera. That's what you get for keeping a youngster in a game of this magnitude. To be fair to Mosquera, he had an excellent first half. He was really, really very good in the first half. He had a very, very good first half. He did very well. That was silly. That was silly. It was a silly mistake, especially for someone who's already on a yellow to be going in like that is silly. But to be fair, he had a very good first half. There was nothing that happened in the first half that would have made me say to Arteta, take him off. He was doing well. And imagine he did well in the first half. You take him off for half time, and then whoever comes on instead makes a mistake, and you're going, "Why change it when it was working?" So, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I wrote it in the chat, but we needed subs before this. So, JT, you might have. You might have. I'm not sure. Ah, you did write this though. Hit the like if you're not a fraud. But yeah, most it seems pretty unanimous. It seems pretty unanimous that people all agree it was a penalty. Now we're about to see it be taken by Dembele. He's put it in the back of the net. Raya went the wrong way. 1-1. 1-1. The flares have started. I'll be honest, I hated the flares mid-match. They stressed me out. Oh, there's a fan. He's in the crowd. He's sobbing his little heart out. The fan is sobbing his little heart out, the PSG fan. Oh, Dave says Bango's my 170. Arsenal might come back into it. Arsenal might come back into it. I like it's still only 1-1. It's a very good penalty. Raya goes the wrong direction. I mean, there's not much you can do. To be fair, when it's a penalty, you know it's more or less. Bar a very good save, it's going to be a goal. But look, it was a silly mistake by Mosquera, but I thought he had a very good first half. So I understand why Arteta wouldn't have thought to sub him, because why would you? Why would you think to sub a player who's had a very good first half? I don't think it's that crazy. But there's changes, I believe, coming now. Yeah, there's changes coming. Timber's coming. Timber coming? Yeah, so Timber's come for Mosquera. And there's another one. There is another one. Sorry, guys. And Odegaard for Gyökeres. Sorry. Odegaard for Gyökeres. My brain just farted there for a minute. It just stopped working. I'm looking at it happening. And the words just failed me completely. Nothing was coming out my mouth. So yes, Mosquera is off for Timber and Odegaard for Gyökeres. Odegaard's not been very good. Odegaard's not been very good at all. I'm just seeing more replays off the More replays of the goal, more replays of the celebrations. That's what I'm seeing at the moment. Sorry, guys. We're seeing Mascara. I'm seeing Mascara on the bench. Uh, JT says Odegaard for Gyökeres is horrible. Havertz in the midfield isn't it. We need Eze on as soon as possible. I'll be honest, I don't understand that. I think Odegaard going off makes sense to me. Odegaard going off makes complete sense to me. Gyökeres coming on, not so much. I agree. Eze is good. Havertz has done well, and I think Gyökeres coming on is going to knock that a little bit. Rob is saying suddenly very interesting. It's suddenly very interesting. Sorry, guys, my sound is. There we are. We're right again. We're right again. You can see the smoke from the flares is still floating around the pitch there. I agree, Flossie. I've never known a captain to get subbed as much as Odegaard. I agree with you. It is now a corner to PSG. Hincapié did well there. Hincapié did well there. It's going to be a corner. Is Dembele taking it, I think? JT says, I'm fuming, but you can't blame Mascara. He is a youngster. Why keep him on? And does mention the fact that he was on a yellow quite early into the second half. I would say it's more to do with how many minutes that Timber is able to play. I would say it's more to do with Timber's fitness than anything. But now you can feel the change. Now you can feel it in the atmosphere, the change. Now it might die back down quite quickly, but now you feel it. And hello, Richie. Richie's with us as well. And again, I'm seeing another replay of the penalty. Lads, it was a penalty. He scored. I don't need to keep saying it. I saw it 16 times already. I tell you what, though, Kvaratskhelia running round with blood dripping down the front of his leg, he was the one that won the penalty. He won the penalty by doing quite well and by playing on instead of rolling round the ground. We are now on a drinks break. We are on a drinks break. Guys, please do remember, don't put it in the chat before I've said it on the stream. Please do remember that. So Trossard is getting something wrapped around his leg. I think it looks like maybe a bit of support on his ankle or something. Just drinks break. The Arsenal fans are good and loud now. They're good and loud now. So are the PSG fans. It's all kicking off now, 1-1. Oh, lads, what did I say? What did I say earlier? We can't have a draw. I cannot watch extra time of this. Please, God. Please, God. No extra time. Somebody needs to score a winner. I can't watch extra time of this, lads. Not unless it drastically improves. Somebody needs to score a winning goal in this match. Right, we're back up and running now. We are back up and running. JT can't cope either. Luke is nervous. None of us want extra time on this for different reasons. Vitinha sends it out to do it. Too much on it. Just a little bit too much on it, out of play. JT says, I think extra time is better for us than them. Possibly. Possibly. I think what Arsenal need to do right now is not let PSG have possession like they have been doing because their tails are up. Raya's kicked it straight out to Hakimi. Dembele has the ball now. Gabriel has blocked it. I think it's going out for a corner. It looks like a PSG corner. But David Raya kicks it straight into the midfield where the only player there is PSG. Silly mistake from Raya. Good defending, Gabriel. And it's going to be a PSG corner. Or not? Was it a goal kick? Either way, nothing happened. PSG have it again. JT says we need to bring on Eze. We need to bring on Eze. Vitinha hits it from more or less at the halfway line. And he wasn't a million miles off. That's closer than all of their first half goals. They were skying them in the first half. That one he took from about a mile out, and it wasn't that much over the bar. Okay. Arsenal are going to try and work it forward again. And Capie sends the ball forward. But now it's, oh, Havertz? No. I thought Havertz did well to get anywhere near that ball. Now he didn't get a proper hold of it. It's with Safanov now. It's with the PSG keeper. But I thought that wasn't that was difficult for him to get anywhere near the ball there. I thought was okay. But it's back with PSG now. PSG try and go forward again. Due, who was sent it backwards. Back to Hakimi. It's back with, who's that? Is that Ruiz over there? I don't know who that is by their hair. I can't tell. Kvaratskhelia then had it round the left, but then he sent it back into midfield. They're kind of going up and then back into midfield and then up and then back into midfield and up and back into midfield. And honestly, just do something. JT is accepting 2-1 for PSG. Calm down. Calm down. It's all right. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. To be fair, you guys played better in the first half. You started the second half better. The only reason they've even drawn level is by a bit of a mistake from Mosquera on a penalty. I don't think it's that drastic. Arsenal have possession here. Foul by Due on Trossard. So it's going to be a free kick in the middle of the park for Arsenal. Obviously, Rice is going to take it because it's a free kick. No, he's not. Trossard, who is taking this? I'll be honest, right? I don't know what it is about Gyökeres. Because he's done quite, like his numbers are decent. But I feel like you lose a little something with him on the pitch. Maybe he's going to go and score now because I've said that. It's not that I think he's bad. His numbers are good. I just don't feel like, oh, Raya's taken it. Raya took it. I just don't feel like scared when he comes on. Do you know what I mean? For the numbers he's putting in, I feel like I should worry about him more when he comes on a pitch, and I don't. Maybe that's just me underestimating him. We'll see. I think you're being a bit harsh on Havertz, JT. You watch him a lot more than me, so you've more of a right to say, but I think you're being a little harsh on him. You wouldn't have had a goal without him. It'd be 1-0 down if it wasn't for Havertz. Because that wasn't a team goal, that was a Havertz goal. He made the run, he scored the goal. So I don't think you can be too harsh. He put you 1-0 up at the Champions League final, you know? Um, oh, nearly chance for Arsenal. Arsenal are attacking here. No, turned over by PSG. Kvaratskhelia is running forward. Kvaratskhelia is running. Who's that catching up with him? Who was that caught up with him? Kvaratskhelia was a way off on a big massive run there. Who was that caught him? Very fast. Lewis Skelly is like lightning because he's the one that put him off there. Kvaratskhelia was away. He was away. Is that Lewis Skelly? Let me see. Was that who it was? Is that him number 2? Is that Miles Lewis Skelly? Let me see. Where's the lineup? No. Saliba. Was it Saliba? I don't know. I couldn't see properly. Whoever it was, I thought it was Lewis Skelly. No, it was Saliba. Lewis Skelly put the deflection to take it on to the post, but the chase was Saliba. He did very well. Saliba did very well. It was him that run the length of the pitch with him. He was very fast. Thank you. So Lewis Skelly is 49, 2 is Saliba. So it was Saliba that ran the length of the pitch to catch Kvaratskhelia. He put him off. Lewis Skelly got the deflection, but it was Saliba chasing him that put him off to me. Rice, Saka, PSG clear it. Arsenal are doing a bit more attacking this half, you know. Doué's turned it over. Doué has turned it over. He's taken it off Lewis Skelly in midfield. Lewis Skelly has won it back. He's gone down. Was that a foul? Doué and Lewis Skelly are having an old battle there. Lewis Skelly are having an old battle down there. That was a foul from Doué on Lewis Skelly. So Lewis Skelly had it. Doué turned it over. Lewis Skelly got it back, and then Doué fouled him. It was good. There's going to be subs. Madueke is coming on, and what looks like Martinelli. Who'll go off then? But yeah, Arsenal are doing a lot more attacking since the penalty. It's making the game a bit more exciting. Martinelli and Madueke are coming on. I don't know for who yet. I just see them stood there on the sideline. Yes, please do like and subscribe. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're not new, please like. That's Shem. That's not the 2 I would bring on, says Shem. JT has had it off. JT's nerves can't cope with this. He's given up. He's given it up. There's no way we can win the game with Madueke and Martinelli. I don't understand these swaps, I have to be honest. PSG have the possession now. The tempo of the game has lifted a bit. Kvaratskhelia. He's looked a little more dangerous. Now he's cut out there, but he's looked a little more dangerous this half. Timber tried to go forward there. But now that's Doué now has it. Well done, Saliba. Saliba has been excellent. Saliba has been really, really excellent. Both have, Gabriel and Saliba have been very, very, very good. Both of them in this match. So we're about to see who's coming off. Who's on the ground? There's going to be a corner for PSG. Lewis Skelly's on the ground. I'm not really sure why, if I'm honest. Marquinhos, they were shoving. Marquinhos and Lewis Skelly were having a bit of wrestling, and Marquinhos shoves Lewis Skelly on the ground, but the refs had a word and they're both fine. Corner comes in. Pacho, who is the PSG defender, got his head to it, but he didn't do much else. Martinelli for 19. Who was 19, lads? Give me a name. I don't know them all by their numbers. Trossard. Trossard's coming off. I thought he's been quite good, actually. So Saka. Saka is coming off. Saka and Trossard for Madueke and Martinelli. I think both of those are downgrades. Kvaratskhelia is coming off. Barcola, I think it is going on for PSG. I'll be honest, Kvaratskhelia hasn't had a very good match. He's not had a very good match. Bradley Barcola coming on. The Barcola that is linked to Liverpool. Should have been Eze. Yeah, it should have been Eze coming on. I agree, Shem. I completely agree. I would have put Eze on. Right, Luke says we need to take Saka off. I think he's on a yellow and he's made a foul. Okay, fair. Fair, because you can't afford to get a second yellow. So fair enough. Arsenal are attacking here. But it's been cleared by Marquinhos. And it's going to be an Arsenal throw. Arsenal fans, you tell me, why is Calafiori not playing? Has he not been very good for you guys this season? I thought Calafiori had been good this season for Arsenal. But he's nowhere near it. Is there a reason? Have I missed something? Is he actually not that good? Have I skipped something? Let me know. Rice takes the throw into the box. PSG have cleared it. PSG have cleared it. Not very far. It's with Saliba, Madueke, pass. Fabian Ruiz sends it forward. Is it Due? PSG, Raya. Raya had to take that. Raya takes it. Oh, it was Barcola. It was Barcola that was attacking. Well done, David Raya. That was brave goalkeeping. Really brave goalkeeping, and he did very well. He came running out to meet Barcola. And now Arsenal, PSG. Yeah, the game. Where was this game 4 minutes ago? Where was this, lads? He's a bit injury prone, Leslie. Fair. I thought he's had a good season for you guys, though. But yeah, well done, David Raya. He worries me a little bit, David Raya. He frightens me, some of the things he does. But that was very good goalkeeping. Guys, we're 5 minutes. That second half was fast. The first half, absolutely dragged him. The second half has been very good. PSG. PSG now are trying to go forward. It's getting a little bit more end to end now, guys. A little bit more end to end. It could be a case of who blinks first here. Arsenal are definitely attacking better. PSG casting it around the back again. There's Marquinhos. Out to Hakimi. He's got a corner. PSG have got a corner. He's been all right, but I think Calafiori is very good at going forward. Hincapié is solid defensively. To be fair, Hincapié has had an incredible match. Hincapié has had a very, very, very good match. So you can't really fault that. Nkapia has been very good in this match. Missed kick, and now Martinelli has the ball. Martinelli sends it through for Madueke. There's way too much on that. Way too much on that from Martinelli for Madueke. But it was a mistake there by PSG. A little slip by PSG. PSG on the left hand side now. No, they've just stopped. PSG are slowing the game down a lot. PSG are like really on a go slow. Like he could have just run and broke there, and he didn't. He just walked along. He literally at one point just stopped. Hmm. So Doué has it out here on the right-hand side for PSG. He sends it back into Hakimi, who puts it into the box, but Arsenal heads get to it first. Back out on the left now. Ruiz puts it in the box. Goal kick. Goal kick for Arsenal. What do we think now, lads? Is this going to extra time? Who do we think? Who do we think? Do we think anybody's going to win? Do we think it's going to extra time? These lot don't want me to have a kebab. That's what's wrong. I said kebab and they went, no, extra time. We're only a few minutes left too. Like literally a handful of minutes left. How are we feeling? Are we nervous? Huge says it's hard to tell because the game is open now. Yeah, I'm finding it very hard to call. I'm finding it very hard to call. All stuff reckons it's going to be PSG in extra time. Luke reckons extra time as well. I shouldn't have said it out loud, shouldn't I not? And was that the first half I said that? Because I said it before the second goal. I think I said that in the first half about extra time. Oh, what a shot! What a shot for PSG. Yeah. I'll be raging, Dave. We can't have a late kebab. Luke nearly just had a heart attack. David Raya is got cramp. He's stretching his leg out. And it comes from Doué. Doué cut in. Was it Hakimi? Who was that he laid it off for? Was it Hakimi? And Raya hadn't got it. Oh, it was Vitinha. Sorry, it was Vitinha. Raya had just over. I think I would have had a heart attack right there. If I was an Arsenal fan, I think I would have had a heart attack. But Raya has been down since. Raya jumped to try and save it and hasn't got back up. We did speak before about goalkeepers getting cramp, didn't we? We did speak before about goalkeepers who get cramp. The timing tends to be interesting. All stuff. The things you have said today have had an influence on everything. One of those premonition days. I think it might be. I wonder if I can get a premonition off the lotto numbers. That would be good. That would be good. Huge says, I think PSG are looking better and better, but Arsenal just need one counter. 6 minutes. So we'd 6 minutes extra time in the first half, and now we've 6 minutes of extra time in the second half. The thing is, we're going to play more than the 6 minutes because the extra time has started and David Raya is still on the ground. He's had frig all to do in the match. Oh, he's stood up. Congratulations. He's had frig all to do in the match. I don't know how he could have possibly got a cramp. Not a clue. Luke is enjoying the dark arts of it all. I think JT's head might have just combusted. Health check for JT. I think those substitutes did JT and he's had enough. He can't do it anymore. Uh, right. We're kicking the ball around again. That was good by Rice. Rice has been very good defensively today for Arsenal. For such a professional athlete who is supposed to be the best in Europe, if not the world, he gets an awful lot of cramp. More than any other goalkeeper I've ever seen. More than any other goalkeeper I have ever seen, he gets cramp. Who who did that earlier in the season that I was giving out about? And you see the player literally tells the keeper to get on the ground and he gets on the ground. Who was that? I forget. But I do find it a bit irritating. When it's fake, I find it irritating. The game has got a little bit stop start now, hasn't it? It's got a little bit stop start. Ramos. Ramos is going to be coming on for PSG. Ah, Luke. Oh no. That'd actually kill me. I wouldn't be able to cope with that. 30 more minutes. Lads, are we going to penalties? Because I don't know if 30 more minutes is going to differentiate these two. Do it. Sent out by Gabriel. Do it, puts it in again. Not so good that time. Barcola gets to it, but it has driven PSG backwards. Due has been the standout player, I think, for PSG. I don't even think they'd have any foothold in the match if it wasn't for Due. I think Kvaratskhelia before he went off was overall really quite poor. I think Arsenal's defence really has taken the biscuit, and I think that Rice has been very good as part of that defence. I'll be honest, I just don't feel like Gyökeres makes danger. I don't see him and feel danger. And Havertz hasn't been in the game since Gyökeres come on. I don't think that sub worked. PSG have all the possession, by the way, here. They're just sort of knocking it around until the end of this extra added time, aren't they? And then we're going to extra time. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Yeah, so every single Arsenal player is back defending here. Ruiz has the ball. He sends it in. Headed away by Timber. Madueke got it. He sent it for Kai Havertz, who's taken down. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card. Yellow card for the PSG player. I think it was João Neves. And it's going to be a free kick for Arsenal. Yes, I saw that huge. I saw that huge. I've seen a few lists. I've seen a lot of there's a lot of Dembele off. Dembele off, Gonçalo Ramos on. I don't think Dembele has been very good, if I'm honest with you. He's been involved, but I don't think he's had a really positive impact. I know he scored the penalty, but I think his corners have been dreadful. Overall, he hasn't been very good, if I'm honest with you. He's been involved without being very good, I think. Luke says, take it to pens and we will win. Raya sends it forward in the yard box. Rice heads it back in for Arsenal. Martinelli cleared. Cleared by Fabian Ruiz. He's had a better second half than he did a first half. Yes, huge. His crosses, Dembele's crosses were woeful. He wasn't very good today at all. I think if he'd have let Doué do those crosses instead of Doué giving it to Dembele to cross, I think if he'd let Doué cross it, it would have been better. Attack for PSG. Barcola, that was poor. Barcola did very well. Absolutely brilliant run. Ran the length of the pitch, and then it came to taking the shot. Terrible. Like he's running, he's running. You know what? That was more or less the angle of Kai Havertz's goal in the first half, except Kai Havertz scored. So normal time has ended. We are going, lads. We are going to extra time. We're going to extra time. Um, Streets. Oh lord. Oh lordy, lordy, lordy. Big up Arteta. The setup was solid, but the subs are complete fumbles. I have to say, yeah, I think I agree with you there, JT. I think the subs have not been fantastic. Deep breaths. That's what we need to do. Deep breaths. 90 minutes, lads. 90 minutes, and we're going to do another half an hour. Lucky says, let's breathe and keep the angles shut. JT is saying taking off Saka is a cardinal sin. To be fair, though, Luke had a good point on that. He was on a yellow and continued committing fouls. So I understand the thinking at the very least. But I think the Martinelli for Trossard one I didn't really get, if I'm honest. I thought Trossard was contributing attacking wise. Eze not coming on, yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Bump, 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 bump. Streets is here. Streets is wowing. Guys, this is not the match I expected. I'm surprised. Colour me surprised. This is not the match I expected. He was, let me see, huge. I don't see Arsenal scoring now unless it's a set piece. So it's up to PSG to score. PSG have the quality, but they have been poor today. They've been really poor today. And some of their big game players, Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, both poor. Really poor. I'm on an ad break. Do you know what I am? I'm taking a wee drink of water. Yeah, Barcola was fast there. He was real fast. He ended up almost the exact angle that Kai Havertz's goal was, and he just couldn't do it. JT says, I don't see us scoring, period. We can't get a set piece if we don't attack. This is true. I have to say, though, I thought PSG would come out a better team in the second half than they had been in the first half. They didn't. They really didn't. They only drew level because of the penalty. I don't think they would have actually scored if they hadn't scored through the penalty. So it's whether their subs make a difference. And bonkers, that was a chance for Barcola. It was definitely a chance for Barcola. Tom. Let me see. Lucky is still feeling that Arsenal can win this. Don't worry, JT. Lucky is still got your corner. Street says the only way Arsenal score is in transition or from a set piece. Do you know what it is, guys? Do you know what I'm thinking? Right. And this is quite cynical of me. I'm really glad we did this as a watch along because I wouldn't want to have to do a match reaction to this. Because my match reaction would be it was very boring. PSG were underwhelming. Arsenal wouldn't score. Like that would have been my match reaction. My match reaction would have been quite negative. So I have to say, I'm really glad that we're doing it as a watch along because at least we get to speak about it together and I don't have to do a roundup. So I'm really pleased we've done this. JT is telling me Eze on. Okay, so Havertz and Lewis Skelly off. Eze and Zubamendi on. Interesting. Interesting substitutes. It's a real change. It's a real change. Let's see which substitutions, because both teams have made a number of substitutions now. Streets, don't know whether to stick around or not. Streets, if you stick around, we might get some more goals. Maybe you will be the goal bringer. Right. We're nearly ready to kick off. I'm just waiting for the kickoff of this. I think when it goes to extra time, JT, you get extra time. You go to extra time, I believe. I believe, but I wouldn't swear. Right, we've kicked off. We have kicked off for the first half off extra time, people. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is where I am. So Zubamendi and Eze now on the pitch. It's with PSG's defence, lads. It's with PSG's defence. I can't. Sorry, guys. I got a little bit engrossed in there. I got a little bit engrossed in there, just sort of watching it. Forgot I was supposed to be telling you what's happening. Oh, it's the lull. Okay, Madawaki. He's crossed it into the box. It's going to be a corner for Arsenal, lads. It's corner for Arsenal. Do remember not to put what's happening in the chat before I shout her out. I know I'm a little behind, but we'll be all right. We've coped this far. We've done over 90 minutes. We can do it. So Madawaki is going to take the corner. What are we waiting on? I'm not quite sure what we're waiting on, to be honest. Right, he's took the corner, headed back out. Ramos heads it back out for another corner, which I assume Madueke is going to take as well, guys. I assume that's what's going to happen. Madueke's going to try again. Come on to the Jesus, lads. Okay. He's took it. He's hit it into the side of the net. That was a really bad corner. He's hit it into the side. He's taken the corner and has kicked it from the corner into the side of the net. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. Yeah, this is the reaction. This is the reaction to taking a corner. And I mean, PSG have been dreadful on their corners in this match. That that is terrible. Oh dear. That's not very good. Yes, Streets. Very physically demanding game of football for both teams. I think once you go over like 90 minutes of running around is hard. Once you hit over 90 minutes, it's a lot. Like you have to be very physically fit. And obviously, right at the end of the season, muscles are tired. It's very sort of end to end here. Like Raya sent it forward and then PSG cut it out, and then it's back with Raya who sent it forward again. Oh, it's with Madueke. It's with Madueke. He's he's given it to Timber, and a free kick has been given against Timber. And I need to see for what. I'm not quite sure for what. I didn't see it. It didn't look like much to me. Let me see. Oh, okay. He hits Neves in the face. I mean, you're probably always going to concede a free kick for that. Zaire Emery is coming on for PSG for Fabian Ruiz. I don't think Fabian Ruiz has been very good. I don't think Fabian Ruiz has been very good. Maybe it's just because he annoyed me right at the start of the match, but I don't think he's been fantastic. So he's gone off. Zaire Emery is coming on. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the match has died again. I feel like there was a bit of a lift in the second half, and now I just feel like it's completely died again. The atmosphere is quietened, the tempo's slowed. Nothing feels dangerous. Streets is saying the match has definitely slowed down. Thank you. Because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know. Do you know when you're watching it? Like, I might feel like that, and you might all go, "What is she talking about?" So it's interesting sometimes that, yeah, I agree, Streets. I think it's definitely slowed down. Neither wants to be the first to blink, but they have to be the first to score. Do you know what I mean? Timber's been quite active from he's come on. PSG have the ball here, but the Arsenal players are closing them down. Declan Rice wins it back. Eze, I don't know who that was to. Rob is saying it only takes a moment, though. Well, that's true. That's very true. But for the moment to happen, you need to try something. Majaweki, Timber. He tries to give it to Gyökeres, but it doesn't quite. Neves has it. There's going to be a free kick. There's a bit of a kerfuffle here. There's a bit of a kerfuffle. The commentators are saying it's very close. It's that kind of heavy heat that tires you out. That makes you tired. That sort of heavy when it's a bit overcast but really warm still. That'll make the players tired. That kind of gives you, do you know, the brain fog? That's what that heat does. 16 attempts from PSG, 4 from Arsenal, which sounds crazy, but PSG have 3 on target, Arsenal have 1. I don't know if I remember all 3 of those. Yeah, that sort of dense humidity Streets. Exactly that. PSG have the ball here. Gyökeres comes through the back of him there, fouls him, gets himself a yellow, completely unnecessarily. Gyökeres hasn't been good since he's come on, lads. He's really not been good. He's not been good at all since he's come on. And then that was a very silly yellow. So Gyökeres gives the ball away. He then pulls the player from behind. Yeah, pulls Ramos from behind. Ramos goes to ground while attacking. It's a yellow for Gyökeres. Silly. Absolutely silly. Unnecessary. He's not been good since he's come on. And yeah, I agree that it's that kind of heat that saps your energy. Vitinha is going to take the free kick for PSG. Luke and JT have gone quiet. I'm sensing nerves. I'm sensing nerves from Luke and JT. Let me see. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I can see the fans are biting their nails there in the crowd. The fans are biting their nails. I'm waiting for Vitinha. The referee's having a word. Vitinha takes it. Saliba heads it away. Pacho tries to have a go, and it's gone out of play. It's out of play. Dembele's on the bench, having a right old moan. Except, does anyone know that he was on the pitch and he wasn't very good? And now he's stood having a right old moan. Like, what are you moaning about? You were part of the problem. We're with PSG's back line again. Shockingly. That has to be the thing I have said the most during this stream. Oh dear. But it's back to PSG having the possession. Hakimi tried to take a shot there, but it wasn't what I would call dangerous. Where are we at, lads? I think it's going to penalties now. I mean, if it continues like this, it's going to have to be penalties. Gabriel sends it forward for Arsenal. Madueke has it. Is he going to do anything with it? There's shouts for a penalty. Referee says no chance. On first viewing, I didn't think it was a penalty. I thought Madueke sort of run into the defender. I'll want to see a replay. But the Arsenal bench is going nuts here, but play is carried on. I'm assuming VAR is checking it. They normally do. PSG are going forward. PSG are going forward. They're on the right-hand side. Cleared. Cleared. Gabriel again. Gabriel's cleared it. Declan Rice, yellow card. But you know what? He deserved that. Declan Rice deserved that. He's followed the referee the length of the pitch, shouting and shouting and shouting and shouting and shouting and giving out and shouting. I mean, that's clear dissent. It's clear dissent. It's a clear. I think that's a deserved yellow card for Declan Rice. Mikel Arteta has got a yellow. Like, that's not a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. They're shoulder to shoulder. They're shoulder to shoulder. Not only are they shoulder to shoulder, Madueke wraps his arm around the defender. Yeah, exactly. Like, Madueke wraps his arm around the PSG defender before going to ground. That's not the defender's fault. But now, Declan Rice is after getting himself a yellow card because he has chased the referee the length of the pitch, shouting and shouting and shouting and giving out and giving out and giving out. And he's got himself a silly yellow. Absolutely silly. Um, Hincapie. Is Hincapie injured here? He looks hurt. It looked originally like they were calling for a substitute, but now he looks like he's standing up. Yeah, I agree, huge. I don't think I mean when JT is telling us it's not a penalty, it's not a penalty. Because if he thought there was any chance he'd be shouting for it. So it's just not. But I mean silliness by Declan Rice. Very poor by Declan Rice. Chasing the referee to the point of getting himself a yellow. Um, no, I'm up to date. I'm up to date. Rob, I always thought Madueke was a curious sighting. That's a polite way of putting it. He's a curious sighting. We have 2 minutes of added time to the first half of extra time. Lads, how many minutes is there going to be in this match? Like, what are we doing? JT will never forgive the club. Never forgive the club for signing him. And we're with PSG's backline again, guys. JT, you are pretty fair. For a lot of the Arsenal fans that are on the interweb, the ones we get in our chat are pretty decent. Yourself and Luke are here all the time. Obviously, Dibs when he's here as well. But, you know, yourself and Luke are so very regular in here of the Arsenal fans. And neither of you are the nutty kind. Everybody gets a bit emotional when it's their own team. Everybody gets, you know, a little bit of bias is fun. But you guys are pretty level-headed for Arsenal fans. Today's an emotional day. It's a big game. It's a massive game. It's an emotional day. Feel your feelings, JT. Don't you worry. It's a day to feel your feelings as a football fan. PSG have the ball as it stands. Madueke, oh dear. Oh dear. I mean that that is the height of criticism. That's the height of criticism. I actually I actually can't think. I can't think of a worse thing to say about a player. Other than he's worse than Onana, but he's not a keeper, so I mean that's pretty bad. Half time of extra time, lads. Half time of extra time. We had some booze there. Gyökeres has not really had any impact. Who's that? One of the PSG players looks to be in a bit of discomfort, but they only showed me his leg. They only showed me his leg. I couldn't see his face. I mean, that was never a penalty. Um, like Madueke wraps his arm. I'm watching the replays here again. Madueke, right? This is Madueke, and this is Mendes. Like he's yanked Mendes's arm. No, never a pen. Never a pen. Um, Bruno says, I swear these Arsenal attackers are rage baiting me at this point. Fair, fair. Yeah, I think we all pretty much agree in here. I think we all pretty much agree that's not a pen. JT says Madueke is more concerned with fighting Mendes than scoring. Yeah, huge. I'm hearing this. Is it Ali McCoist that's saying it? Jamie Carragher sort of argued with Ali a little bit, but it sounds like is it Ali McCoist that keeps saying, "Oh, I've seen them given." It's never a penalty in a million years. The problem is when you have the professional pundits saying that's a penalty, what happens is it gets in people's heads. And then people go in social media and they're like, it's a penalty. The commentator said it's a penalty. We've been robbed. And then it creates that. But it's not. You just have to watch it with your eyes. Do you know what I mean? But that's the problem, is when you get the commentators on the main channel saying it over and over and over and over and over again, people feed into it. Gerard, Keown, and Ali McCoy. Do you know what I mean? When it's over and over and over again, that's what happens. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? Are you still celebrating the sacking of Slot? You still in good form? We have another substitution, it looks like. We have another substitution, it looks like, but now I'm watching the sunset over the stadium. Vitinha and Marquinhos are going off. Vitinha has been key for them. Geraldo and Zaberni is coming on. I'm very surprised at Marquinhos going off and Vitinha. So that's both of the captains have been subbed off. Both of the starting captains have been subbed off. But Vitinha has been key. Vitinha has been key in the midfield. All of the passes have gone through him. Every single pass for PSG has gone through Vitinha, but I think it was him. I think it might have been him. Remember I said, who's that looks in trouble? Vitinha's been subbed off for injury. So it was him. When I said I could see the leg of a PSG player that looked injured, it was Vitinha. That explains it. Everybody said hi, hi, hi. All boxed up says, I'll be honest, all boxed up. I think PSG have been a lot more frustrating today than Arsenal. For me personally, I've been much more frustrated by PSG than Arsenal. But I suppose it's it's a personal opinion. It's a personal opinion. And it's one of them. It kind of depends what you enjoy. It depends what irritates you. It does depend what irritates you in a match. PSG have done my nutting today. Mostly because they just won't score. But it's about kind of personal preference, I think. We're back up and running. Sorry, guys, I didn't even tell you. We're back up and running for the second half of extra time. I'm 106 minutes in. I'm 106 minutes in, and I can't even string a sentence together anymore. My brain's fried from the inside out. Oh, well done from Raya. There was a chance there for PSG. Raya came out. He did well, but he also needed his defenders. Huge. That's probably where I'm at. That's probably where I'm at. Maybe it's because we expected more from PSG, and therefore they didn't deliver what we expected. I do think that. I do think that. I'd probably be with that. All boxed up, specifically in the first half of extra time. That's about. Duez here attacking but can't get through. PSG are very much on the attack here, and Arsenal are defending. Sent in, Raya takes it. Raya takes it. Mohammed and Eddie are feeling the same way. They don't necessarily want Arsenal to win, but with Slot being sacked, they also don't really mind. Eddie and Mohammed, Liverpool fans are having a great old day. They don't care who wins, really. Um, let me see. I'm trying to keep your comments in, guys, as well. But obviously I don't want to miss anything. So I'm kind of looking at you guys and then back to the match. So I do apologize if I'm missing anything. But I'm trying to keep you in. There was a foul there. Madueke was fouled by Due, and it was a foul. Free kick is going to be given to Arsenal. Do we think, guys? Do we think it's going to penalties? If so, who do we think wins? On penalties, who do we think wins? Penalties, reckons Mohammed. It feels that way, doesn't it? Declan Rice is about to take this free kick. Streets are saying it's hard to tell. It is very hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. I was just, because I can't tell, I wonder if you guys are leaning in either direction. You are my barometer because I can't figure it out. Um, Free kick taken. Safanov gets a hand to it. I don't know if it was a punch or a slap, but he gets a hand to it. JT reckons PSG on penalties. He reckons Madueke will lose. Luke is backing his team. Luke is going with Arsenal, and the fingers are crossed. The fingers are crossed. Rob reckons if it goes to penalties, then Arsenal. Interesting. Huge doesn't trust the PSG keeper. Either do I. He's not been very good. But I don't know if Arsenal have the players. I think if it comes down to penalties, I agree. Raya is a better keeper. Safanov hasn't covered himself in glory, not just in this match. Not just in this match. Safanov has been questionable in some of the previous matches as well. He has been questionable in some of the previous matches as well because he's not filled me full of confidence on more than one occasion. Uh, Mohammed reckons PSG on penalties. All boxed up, reckons you can't trust the PSG goalie. So we're a bit mixed, and I suppose that's a reflection of the match. It's hard to call. Yes, JT, to be fair, that is on paper, but it's all on paper until it happens. It's all on paper until it happens. I mean, on paper, PSG were going to demolish you because they're so much better. In reality, they've been dross. So football's not played on paper, but until the things happen, that's all we got. Oh, Raya has a horrible penalty record. I did not know, but I think Safanov is not very good. So you're right, it could come down to who misses first rather than who saves one. PSG going forward here. I think it's going to be a PSG corner there. It's going to be a PSG corner. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha, and Dembele all off. Yeah, but Dembele wasn't very good. Kvaratskhelia wasn't very good. Vitinha was very involved in linking up. But out of the three you mentioned, two of them were not very good today, Straits, to be honest. Shen says, plus PSG have taken their leaders and good penalty takers off. Flossie's going with vibes. It's all about the vibes. Martinelli tries to send it off to start an Arsenal attack, but doesn't lead to anything. We're with PSG's backline again. Mohammed is saying in finals, form goes out the window. I agree, Rob. As much as PSG have been terrible, I don't think Arsenal have been fantastic. Because if they were, they would have taken advantage of a very bad PSG. If Arsenal were very good, they would have taken more opportunities. They would have created more opportunities because the PSG they're facing is not a very good version of PSG. I think you had the point there. Because we expected more from PSG, they feel like more of a letdown. I think Arsenal have been excellent defensively, but elsewhere on the pitch, they've been sorely lacking, particularly going forward. They've been very, very lacking. So I agree. I agree, Rob. It's been a bit of both. Flossie, I did think PSG would have been a bit more up and at them. I agree. I thought so too. Huge is saying, I hope Due provides a good moment. He is the only one left that can do that. He's been their best player. It's caught. They tried to put it in, but the ball was caught by Raya. JT says the attack once again letting down the defence. I think that is the story of Arsenal's match. Very succinct. Very, this here, for me, this is the story of Arsenal's match because PSG are not at the races. The opportunities have been there. If you're ever going to beat PSG, it's this version of PSG. And I agree. Arsenal's attack let down the defence. 100%, JT. All boxed up is agreeing with JT. Can I just say thank you very much, guys, for sticking with me through the watch along? I know obviously there's a lot of platforms, there's a lot of channels out there that do watch alongs, obviously that do it, but are a lot more experienced at watch alongs than me. And you guys are, subscribers and members on a lot of those channels. So I do appreciate very much that you're here. It does mean a lot because obviously if you guys aren't here, there's no point in me doing it. So we've had a steady kind of 15, 16 with us throughout the whole watch along. So thank you all very much. It's really nice. It's really nice. So thank you. Eze is trying to go forward here. Too much on it. Too much on it. He tried to send it through from Adeweki, but there was too much on it. A little bit too much on it. But it was a nice idea. I have to lean back a little bit, guys, because my back is busted from sitting forward for the whole match. So I have to lean back a little bit. Just if there's any problem with the mic when I move it, let me know. Let me know. But it should still be okay because I've moved it with me. Um, Luke and Rob, thank you very much. Thank you. It is nice, guys, because I enjoy it. It makes me more interested in a match like this. That's maybe a bit dross. If I'm watching it on my own, I get distracted. I end up on the phone and scrolling and stuff. When I'm watching it with you guys, I feel still engaged. It's the most boring extra time I've experienced. To be honest, though, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's just a continuation of how the match has been. Dead. If anybody scores a winner here, I mean, this is anybody's game. Anybody's game. Thank you. You know, my dad used to say that to me when I was growing up as a child. My dad used to say to me, if there was an Olympics for talking, I would win gold. That's what my dad used to say to me growing up. So I've always been like this, apparently. I found my calling. It's talking. I mean, PSG have the possession here, but they're not doing a whole lot with it. Arsenal aren't even trying to attack. They're just sitting in. They're irritating me a bit now because PSG have been not very good, and Arsenal just are not even trying to attack. I'll be honest, lads. Gyökeres has not been good. He's really not been good. From he's come on, and Havertz has gone off. They've lost. They had more. They had Arsenal had more attacking impetus, not by much, but a little bit more attacking impetus when Havertz was on the pitch. Lewis sort of he tried to take a shot, but it was bouncing through the air. He was never really getting anywhere. Raya catches it and sends it forward. That's a foul and a yellow. Nuno Mendes, foul and a yellow, but I feel like he's took one for the team there because I think Arsenal were going to go on a run. I feel like Arsenal were going to go on a run there. Foul and a yellow, but I think it's intelligent from Mendes. It's one of those he's took up for the team. Um, Flossie. Flossie said, it's been a brilliant watch along. The chat has flowed and the banter has been good. My favourite part of the watch alongs is the chat, if I was with you. They're my favourite. It feels like a complete fumble from the second half on. I agree. You just didn't make the most of it at all. really did. Luke agrees as well. I'll be honest, yeah, Arsenal, they're sitting way too deep, and it does. It looks like Arsenal are playing for penalties now, which is great unless you don't win on penalties, because that's what it does look like. I mean, to be fair to Arteta's on the sideline like this, telling them to go forward. Arteta is telling them, he's like, go forward. Keep your eyes on him and go forward. Like, he's telling them, to be fair to Arteta, he is telling them to attack, and they're just not. All boxed up doesn't rate Gyökeres. I don't. I have to say I don't. He's not, even with the numbers he's got, he doesn't set me on fire. And they are now trying to go forward, Arsenal. Side of the net. Side of the net. Timber sends it into the side of the net. You're welcome, JT. You're welcome. It's frustrating. I've seen it with my managers. I've seen it with my managers in teams over the years. The manager's telling the team one thing and the team just don't do it. And then the manager gets blamed. And it's like, well, there's only so much the manager can do. He can't play for them. Um, I wonder, JT. I do wonder, because it gave you a lead to protect. I wonder. You might be right. And somebody else did say that earlier on. I can't remember who it was, but somebody did say that earlier on. It gave you guys a lead to protect, which made you more defensive. Arsenal are trying to go forward, so they've tried to listen to Arteta here. Madueke has put it in the box, but it's just headed away. Gyökeres has got it. He's taking the shot. It's deflected wide. It's deflected wide. It's out for a corner. It's out for a corner, lads. But to be fair, Arteta's like this, and then Arsenal start attacking. You know what I mean? I mean, surely they knew their manager wanted them to attack. He shouldn't have to be screaming at them 115 minutes into a match, please attack. You know what I mean? Yeah, he does. He does, to be fair to him. Right. If Arsenal win this from a corner, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to cope. Arsenal are going to take a corner here. Imagine. No, doesn't even clear the first person. Oh, Rice stops it from going too far, headed away again. That would have been gas. That would have been absolute gas. If Arsenal had won from a corner, that would have been fucking hysterical. We're going to penalties. Sorry, I needed a moment to collect myself. We're going to penalties. I would have preferred if Arsenal just won it from the corner. I would have just preferred if Arsenal just won it from the corner at this point. I wanted PSG to win. But guys, I have to say, right, I don't want Arsenal to win. I never want Arsenal to win anything. But PSG have been poor. But then Arsenal have been poor. PSG have been really, really, really poor. They've let me down. But Arsenal have been poor attacking as well. They've not gone forward enough. They've not. Both of the teams deserve to lose. Sorry, JT. Sorry. But I just think I agree with what you said earlier, JT. I think your attackers have let your defence down terribly. I don't feel like Arsenal's attackers deserve to win this match. They've been so bad. But PSG have been so bad. Really underwhelming. Oh, Declan Rice was wearing like an ice vest. That'll be good for a hot day. Raya's getting an out leg rub there. Okay, let me see. All box stuff. We should have just ignored the game and went straight to penalties. JT is not ready to lose on penalties. Not ready to lose on penalties. Lucky's proud of Arsenal. They've played 65 games and it's hard in the heat, says Lucky. Lucky's got your back, lads. Lucky has, and like, Lucky's a United fan, people. Lucky's very fair. Streets is saying, prepare your heart. Shem says penalties are the worst. And guys, yous are going to be ahead of me. I know it's really annoying on penalties. Yous are going to be ahead of me on these. Sorry, I know the penalties aren't going to be as fun because we're not going to be on the same part here. JT, thank God I'm drunk. The last Champions League final penalty shootout was 2016, 10 years ago. It's been a decade. It has been a decade. Yes, guys, please don't put the spoilers in the chat. I know it's hard with the penalties. I know because it's different in match, but the penalties, I know it's awkward. But please don't put it in the chat until I've said it. Because otherwise I'm gonna know like several penalties ahead of time because of the way they fall. But we will get to the end together. We will get to the end together. I appreciate your patience. Ah, JT. JT isn't going to be able to cope. We'll come back to us if you win, JT. Come back to us if you win. I understand. I understand needing to watch penalties on your own. I do understand that, JT. If this was my team in the Champions League final going into penalties, I would need to watch that by myself. I wouldn't be able to cope. So I can understand. Right, we've the coin toss for which side the penalties are going to be taken. We have the coin toss. PSG have won the coin toss. Penalties are going to be taken at the PSG end. And now the toss for who goes first. I think PSG are going first as well. It's in the PSG end, and it looks like they're going to be going first, lads. Big moment. Big, big moment. Yeah, it is a little stressing. But you know what? Thank God we have a bit of jeopardy because that match was not good. The extra time was not good. Hopefully, at the very least, the penalty shootout is exciting. All boxed off. Is it stress? He's calm as a cucumber. Cool as a cucumber. Right, we're doing the huddles. We're doing the huddles. Flossie's not stressed. She doesn't mind. Oh dear. I'm getting sleepy now. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Rob is also a cucumber. Right. First one. PSG are up first. It's happening. Okay. 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 Come on. The fans are looking so nervous here. The fans are looking so nervous here, lads. Oh, come on, come on. I'm just seeing fans looking nervous. Raya's bouncing the ball really hard. He's really bouncing that ball. PSG have won all their previous shootouts, says Flossie. So the referees had an old chat there. The referees had an old chat with both of the keepers. Goal. First one in. First one in for PSG. Ramos, who come on as a sub, has scored the first penalty. After that, long lecture by the referee to both keepers. Gyökeres is going to go first for Arsenal. Gyökeres is going first for Arsenal. Goal. 1-1. Arsenal scores. Gyökeres scores. 1-1. We are 1-1, people. I know you guys know ahead of me, but some of you, Sam was only listening to me. So, 1-1. That's where we're at. Both penalties have been taken down the same side, and both keepers have gone the same side. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Due. Due is going to take the next one. Scored. Down the same side again. Down the same side again. 2-1 to PSG. Both scored by PSG. Eze is going to go next for Arsenal. Eze is going next for Arsenal. Ah, they've showed Arteta, and he just looks so stressed, the poor man. Eze missed. That was a terrible penalty. That was a terrible penalty. What was that run up, though? Stutter, 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 silliness, silly messing, silly run up. He put himself off. That was a terrible penalty. Really terrible penalty. Really bad penalty by Eberechi Eze. That is poor. Incredibly poor. Oh, saved! Rhea! David Raya has saved the penalty. Well done, David Raya. I don't know why I'm pleased. I didn't want Arsenal to win. But that's a great save. Well done, David Raya. But do you know what? You know what happened? The penalty went down the same side again. Every single player, bar Eze, has put their penalty down the same side. And Raya saved it. Well done. Well done, David Raya. Very good save. So now, if this gets scored, if Rice scores, then we're level again. So Rice is going to take the next one. Scores. Down the same side again. They've all gone down the right as we're looking at it. So it's now 2-2. It's 2-2, 3 taken each, 2-2 each. Scores are level on the penalty shootout. Scores are completely level on the penalty shootout. Declan Rice has brought it level. Okay, guys. Hakimi. Hakimi is next for PSG. Hakimi is next for PSG. You could do it. You could do it. I believe in you, JT. You could get through it. Hakimi scores. Hakimi goes left. Hakimi goes left. Hakimi scored. He went left. Oh, I've now just seen Martinelli. Was it Martinelli? Martinelli has scored his. We're 4-4, lads. We are 4-4. The penalties are 4-4. I can't keep up with myself. I can't keep up with the match. The tension is palpable. We're on 4-4 taken, 3-3 scored. PSG to take the next one. So 4 penalties taken each, 3 scored each. PSG to take the next one. Scored 4-3. 4-3 PSG. And again to the right. Every single player, bar Eze, has sent it to the right. Raya went left once and saved it. Would you not chance going left again? So, Gabriel is going to take this. Gabriel has been sensational in the match. Can he score? He's a defender. Can he score? PSG won. PSG have won. And you know what? I'm going to say what I would have said if Arsenal had won. PSG are a very poor winner of the Champions League. The match was dreadful. They couldn't score. They couldn't break Arsenal down. Poor. But they've won back-to-back Champions Leagues. And you know what? Arteta is out there comforting the players. The players should be out there comforting Arteta because they let him down. Gabriel has been sensational in this match. I feel sorry for him on the penalty. But I have to say, I think both teams underperformed in the match. I think it was an underwhelming match by both teams. PSG win. PSG win the Champions League. Fine margins, says Damien. Correct. Fine margins. Very fine margins. And you can see, look, the players are upset. I'd be upset if I just lost the Champions League final. But the players let Arteta down there. He was urging them to attack, and they didn't. They should have taken a hold of the game. They should have taken advantage of the poor PSG side they were facing, and they didn't. And it cost them. And it was JT said it earlier, the attack let the defence down, and they let Arteta down. But PSG have won. Well done, PSG. Commiserations to our Arsenal teacups. It's never nice to lose, but you've still got the Premier League, so it's not all bad. I feel sorry for Gabriel because I think he was very, very, very good throughout the match, so I do feel for him. And Eze's penalty was dreadful. But out of them all, I actually do feel sorry for Arteta because he's out there comforting the players that have let him down. And yes, shout out, lads. I do appreciate it because I know it's hard. I know it's hard, especially during penalties. So I do appreciate it. I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to let you all go. And that's it, Damien. When you leave it down to penalties, I don't think anybody can complain. Whether you win or whether you lose, I don't think you can complain. Because when you let it go to penalties, it's your own fault. Gary says, congratulations, PSG. Yep, congratulations, PSG. Commiserations, Arsenal. Oh, that was a long match. That was a long match, lads. All Boxed Up says, it is what it is. Never allow it to go to penalties. If you can't do it in 120 plus minutes, then don't blame anyone but yourselves. We have the World Cup drama to go to. I completely agree with the sentiment. 100% All Boxed Up. And yes, thank you. Thank you very much, guys. You've all been fantastic. It's been fun. It's been a bit of banter. We've had, all of the rivals in the chat. We've managed to do a fun, respectful, little bit of banter, watch along. Thank you all for being here. Without you guys, there's no point in me being here. So I appreciate you all very, very much. I will be back with you tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Shout out Stuart, who did send us a super sticker right at the very beginning. I do appreciate it. You have all been wonderful. Go and do whatever you need to do with your evening. Commiserate, celebrate, whatever you're going to do. I'm off to find a kebab. And I will speak to you all tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Have a good one.